Welcome, Warrior fans, to Wes-Del High School and the home opener here at the new Paul L. Parker Field. It was dedicated earlier this evening. I am the superintendent. Kyle Mealy is sitting next to me, as always. Our color analyst, the coach, John McLaughlin. Coach, we had a ribbon cutting tonight, had the ceremony earlier this evening. Then we've had an open facility for the community to come out. The community that isn't here is looking at it on the screen right now as the band's on the field. But what a beautiful place, and I think that it might be the finest 1A, maybe one of the finest football fields in the entire state.
Well, I'd like to, I'd like to see one nicer if there is one nicer somewhere, because this is as nice as it gets, and as the superintendent, this should be a very proud moment for you. A lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of people go into this, but it started with your vision years ago, and to see it all come out tonight and see the finished product and see our Warriors on here, and to be on time the night we were supposed to do it, and everything worked out.
Everything did.
Yeah, what a great night for Wes-Del football, but just Wes-Del in general, the kids on the track team and all that stuff we'll talk about as the game goes on. But it's a great night, and it's going to be an awesome night for football.
It's going to be a fantastic night, and this has been a long time coming. A lot of preparation coming into tonight. We have a good crowd. Tri-Central is bringing a pretty solid crowd across the way in, and we have a lot of things going on. It's a VIP night for the staff. We have over 150 staff members and their families on location enjoying a VIP night. It is family fun night. There are the bouncy houses. There's a little bouncy football, a little bit of everything going on, and it's really nice. Not only is this a facility that you're looking at to be for athletic competition, but this is a community center. This is a place on Friday nights where the community gathers, and there's laughter, there's joy, sometimes there's the victories, and sometimes there's defeat, but this is a place where a lot of memories are going to be made. We talked about that at the ribbon cutting, and we're just really happy. We want to mention PCC Sports, which is our contractor who did a lot of this work. This is the first post-tension concrete track in the state of Indiana that is non-collegiate. So we will talk about that further on. And we also want to mention our design team and architects, Schmidt Associates out of Indianapolis. PCC Sports is out of Kansas City. They're here on site both, enjoying tonight's festivities. And right now, I think the Warriors are getting ready to take the field. But we had a great opportunity this week to sit down once again, second week to sit down with Coach Knuckles. This time I got the honors, and was able to talk to Coach Knuckles. So we'll give you a little bit of time here in pregame as I sat down with Coach Knuckles this week to talk about Tri-Central. Welcome, Warrior fans, to week 2 of sitting down with Coach Knuckles and the Coaches Show. And today we'll get to do a little bit of review of the first week at Alexandria, and also we had a JV game, and Coach, the youth football program is in full gear. So let's start with Friday night, and we traveled to Alexandria, took on the Tigers, and just a little quick synopsis, and we'll get back to it later, but give us your general thoughts and what you thought of your football team more so than the Tigers.
Yeah, for sure. Going into it, we knew it was going to be a tough game. They're one of the better teams on our schedule, one of the better teams we'll see all year. Very senior-heavy team. They definitely had us on some size and age, but I was really happy with, especially the second half, how our guys came out and kept playing, kept fighting, got a couple good scores there with some old guys and some young guys, and saw some good successes that will hopefully lead us into a good week here.
And I did notice that a great opportunity as the game kind of took its own path there early for you to go and play some of the guys who you knew were going to have a JV game, and that kind of leads us into this JV game this week. But you had some of the younger guys get some varsity snaps before they had to take a junior varsity match. That had to be really good for them going into Monday night. And then how did that work out for them on Monday night?
Yeah, Friday was great for them. Getting them some varsity experience was the first time they've been in any type of high school game for most of them. I think all but 2 of our JV kids were freshmen. So they got a couple good stops on Friday night and a score. That led them in on Monday. They traveled back to Alexandria. They got a big win, 23-20. Couple big touchdown, started off on a good start, and then had a goal line stand at the end to win it. So it was a good start for the JV season.
And that was a good start. And you don't have anyone really on your offensive line in the program, offensive defensive line, that's really a senior. Maybe just a couple, but so that bodes well. Looking at the JV game, and to get that win after probably for those same JV guys that were there on Friday night, that was a little bit of redemption in for the program. Would you say so?
Absolutely. And our varsity guys were, they were jacked to hear that the young guys got a big win, but that was something we challenged them with. We saw some success with them on Friday, and we wanted to carry that into Monday, and they were ready to go, and it showed.
Yep. When we talk about lower levels and we talk about the youth program, which is really where we're trying to go and build, and it's nothing to take away from your upperclassmen or your high school athletes now, but you're always looking, you're in your second year, you're looking to always build the program. So right now, how many kids in your program total, including the youth, could you estimate we have?
So right now, from K to 12, we have just over 120 kids in the program playing football. So we have our first flag practice this week on Wednesday. We have a little over 30 kids there. We have about 20 on our 3rd and 4th grade tackle, 20 on our 5th and 6th, 20 in our middle school, and a little over 30 in the high school. So definitely better numbers than we've had for a long time. And like you said, we're building right now for success now, but also in the future, and it's heading in the right direction there.
And how important is that to get those kids earlier and earlier involved in whether it be flag and then moving into tackle? How important is that for you when you get to that level? Kind of talk about what you're teaching to get them there and building them. It's a lot like the classroom. You're probably teaching them the fundamentals of not only the game, but also your offensive and defensive schemes. So by the time they're in the high school, they're already moving along.
Yeah, absolutely. We pride ourselves with those young kids to make sure that we're teaching fundamentals and they're having fun. We want repeat customers with those young kids. And scheme-wise, they're on the same offense and defense as our high school and our middle school, even all the way in flag they'll see on Wednesday. So they're hearing the same terminology. They'll be out on a Friday night hearing our quarterback check to something, and then they'll know exactly what we're doing. So year in, year out, moving forward, they're going to come in just that much more ready to play and ready to move forward with the offense.
And as we stick with the youth, probably last question there is the new facility. Obviously, it's the big talk, but a lot of people only look at it as, well, that new facility is for 5 games a year. But not really when you talk about 120 kids in the program and how many times you're going to be practicing and playing on the new turf field with your flag, your middle school, your JV. So how excited is the youth program for that?
It's been a big deal. They had their first practice on the field this week. I know they're jacked up about that. It was it's one of those, I've talked to some other coaches around and even some other kids that some other places treat that varsity field as a varsity field, and they'll play some games with their young guys, but when they decided to put that in, we wanted that to be accessible to everybody. Right. So we're going to have close to 20 games on that this year and practice on it every night from kindergarten all the way up to seniors.
That's fantastic, and I'm really excited. That kind of leads us into Friday night and kind of bringing in Tri-Central. We'll have a chance to look back at some of the Alexandria, because it's always educational. I know you break that down on Mondays with the guys and you say, here's what we need to work on, and then you quickly flip gears into, hey, we're going to play Tri-Central. This week's a little different because of the new field, the fact that Tri-Central is an opponent more our size, and you, as any coach, probably more so than most coaches, watch so much tape, you know exactly what you're going into. So give us a preview of not only the opening of the new Paul L. Parker Field, but also Tri-Central.
Yeah, it'll be a big deal this weekend. I know we're expecting a packed house. Our guys, we've really been pushing them and holding them to a standard where we're going to put a product out there this week that everybody can be proud of. They've had a great summer, and I know last Friday didn't go the way we wanted, but like you said, we're back to some teams about our size, some teams that we'll be able to compete with, and we play the game we're supposed to. It'll be a good outcome for Friday for sure.
And you have some clips from Friday night. Anything in particular you want to talk about? I know last week you had some clips, and I know you know more about it than me. And anybody that listens to the live stream can realize that anyone knows more about football than me. But I make it up as I go. But would you like to go through some of these clips and kind of talk about this?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we welcome you back after a little bit of pregame talk between myself and Coach Knuckles. Coach Knuckles in his second season here at the helm of the Warrior football program. Last year, 1-9 this year. 0-1 after the last week's loss at Alexandria, putting that one behind us. A big night tonight to open up here at Paul L. Parker. It looks like Tri-Central, according to Coach McLaughlin, they win the toss and they deferred, correct?
Yeah, they deferred to the second half, so that means Wes-Del will receive and get the ball first. And I told Coach Knuckles in private that if he won the toss, to take it. I know a lot of times people like to defer to the second half. I said, nope, we're at home on our field this first time. He didn't have to listen to me, but I just said, sure would be nice to start with the ball. So here it is. It's going to work out that way. We're going to get the ball first. So let's see what we can do offensively here.
Yep, first possession here will be the Warriors getting it kicked off to us, and we'll get things going here shortly. So I want to highlight that tonight's scoreboard sponsor, as always, is Star Financial Bank. So you have your Star Financial Bank scoreboard, and then scrolling in the far right side next to the quarter are the various corporate sponsors that are corporate sponsors for the athletic department and also for the Wes-Del Sports Network. Beautiful night, a little warm. Very warm in the booth.
Yeah, that's saying it nicely. That's a little warm.
And here we go. We're getting ready to kick off on the new Paul L. Parker turf surface. Tri-Central kicks it away and back to receive. That looks like it may go deep, and it goes into the end zone. Yeah, Corbin Price will let that one go, and we get it to the 20.
Yeah, we're going to take it back to touchback, and so the good field position. And if I remember correctly, the one thing they did have really good last year was a kicker. So
yes,
we'll see how that all plays out. But Wes-Del will get the ball here on offense. I think talking to Coach Hansen, we are going to try to establish the run. That doesn't mean we're not going to sprinkle in a play or two here to try to spread them out. But I think they would love to establish the run. They're a little bigger than us up front, but we have the speed. So let's see what we can do here.
Here we go. Triton Blevins at quarterback number 18. He's got Mason Davis out there with him, Trey Adams, and the fullback Brock Nauman. A little bit of motion. I think we're going to get a false start on the Warriors here on the first play. Somebody didn't know exactly what the snap count was going to be there.
A little quick on that. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. We're back to the 15.
5-yard penalty, as you can hear there, the official's microphone working this year. That was a big concern of Athletic Director Kai Denny's. Of all the things he could have been concerned about tonight, it was the microphone for the official.
Inside information here, either this play or the next play, watch us trying to spread the ball out and trying to go long to Dooley. They like the matchup if we can get protection.
You heard it here. Blevins. And they're going here. It looks like it's a trap. It's to Nauman. Nauman trying to gain a few more yards to get back up, and he is across there. I think
pick up 2 on that.
2 on the carry.
Watch right here, folks. I think that was the play to set up this play. I like that Coach Hansen's going to try to air one out here in this first series.
Well, if anybody has the inside information, that would be Coach McLaughlin, who talks throughout the week to offensive coordinator Daniel Hansen and also defensive coordinator Kyle Richards.
And we got single coverage on Abdullah right here, so any kind of stutter.
Get some
here
space
it is.
here.
There is going to go. Is he going to have time?
He's going to run it himself here. Try to get some yards. He's across.
This is a nice pickup.
And it is a good pickup.
So there it was. It just wasn't available. He had to go out. The play was run to the left side and blocking, and the defense pushed him out to the right. So he wasn't able to get his feet under him over there, and that would have been an awful long throw to come back across the field. So look for him to go back to that at some point. Big third down here.
3rd and 6 for the Warriors here. Let's see. I would assume we might be doing a little bit of another pass play here on 3rd down, because at this yardage, if you don't convert, you'll probably be looking at kicking it away.
I'd look at Jonah Whitworth as a big at the tight end spot.
Here we are, Warriors away. Trey Adams has it. He's got room. Trey Adams gets a block. He's to the outside, to the 40, cuts back into the 50, across the 50-yard line, and a great pickup for the Warriors.
Good outside blocking, able to get outside the furthest guy, and then you saw Abdullah blocking downfield, and as soon as he knew that those, you know how those officials can be. As soon as he knew it could look like a hold, he put his hands up and let the guy run by because we'd already picked up great yardage on that.
1st and 10 on the 47, probably the best run play of the year so far for the Warriors. And they've established the run early here. Let's see if they stay with it. Blevins getting him set. Davis on the far side. Adams down below. Nauman in the backfield. Blevins under center. Snaps away. It's a handoff to Nauman. Nauman's got a couple of yards. He's still pushing. Actually being chugged away before it's blown dead. He picked up 3 on the carry.
I'm telling you, the Brock is just you're going to see that. They're going to pound it inside. Our strength is our speed. Their strength, they're bigger than us. You can tell that by looking up front. They're a little bigger than us. That doesn't matter if you're strong and quick. So we're going to keep going to that, and one of these plays is going to bust for Brocky. We're going to see him get through that line here shortly.
2nd and 7, ball on the 44. Again, same setup. Mason Davis on the far side, Adams down below, Nauman in the backfield. Adams in motion. Pitch to Adams. Adams got some room. He's got some blockers.
Ooh, took a big hit.
Took a big hit, and he fumbled. But I believe it was recovered by the Warriors.
Let's see who comes up at
it
the bottom
is,
of this
It
pile.
is the Warriors with it.
Grayson Mealy fell on it, it looks like. And Trey is down. He took a big shot.
Slow to get up here, but he's getting up. No immediate attention here, but he did take a good hit from Tri-Central. I didn't see the number.
No. He got one right in the breadbasket there, we'd like to say in the old days, and it was knocked the wind out of him. But he's going to come out for a play.
He's going to come out. Zach Reno comes in at what will be one of the slot back positions. It's going to be a big 3rd down here, but in this territory, Coach, I would assume we've got 2 more downs.
Yeah, you would think. We'll see how we play this. Anytime we can get outside, boy, our speed is quicker than showing that. If we can get outside of this blocking, I'd like to see us maybe another
again, we're in the
outside run here.
We're in the wing formation here. We do have Abdullah down in the lower part of your screen. It's off to Blevins, looking for Abdullah across the top. That's an interference call, and that's going to be an easy one. Abdullah draws the interference, and a great decision there by Coach Hansen to take a chance on 3rd down.
You know what? For a guy that's only played 2 games here, really not 2, I guess 1 and a quarter here, Dooley did a nice job of stopping on that pattern because it made the defender run through him. Now, I don't know if he did it on purpose or not. We'll say he did. He stops there. The guy has to run through him, gets the easy penalty.
And that's another 1st down for the Warriors, and they are in striking distance here. And pushing it into red zone territory, very close to red zone territory.
Well, the microphone's working. I can hear.
Corbin Price coming out and Whitworth coming in. And here comes Trey Adams back onto the field, and he looks like he feels pretty good. So
reset the clock there. Either that or he's raising the roof.
8:24 to go here.
Great first drive so far.
Again, Mason Davis, Trey Adams in the slots, and you've got Nauman in the fullback position. It's going to be fake, and it's going to go to Mason Davis, I believe. He's carrying. He's got to hold on. It's a good hit, but he held on to the football, and he's across for about a pickup of maybe 4.
Mason's got his bell rung.
Give him 5. Give him 5 there.
Mason took a shot right helmet to. It could have been helmet to helmet.
And that's they are tackling high, not on purpose, but they are getting in there a little high.
Well, the problem for that one was Mason couldn't get himself out of the way because he was grabbed at the down at the feet, so he was stuck, and then the guy came and cleaned him up from up top.
2nd and 5 on the 21. Here are the Warriors. Under center is Blevins waiting on the snap. Snaps away. Adams has it, and he's met instantly by several Tri-Central Trojans.
Third and 8 here.
And
looks like from about, the 24.
3rd and 8 on the 24-yard line. 7:13 to go.
This is a big 3rd down here. Let's see if we can. We've got him in spread formation here.
Blevins has it. He drops back, looking for some blocking. He is going to be
just a little short
of Corbin Price. And I would assume on 4th and 8 at this location, they're going to go for it.
Yeah, we're going for it.
This would be one you want to come away with points. So we.
Not a great spot. I'm not going to start that already, but that
No.
was a little bit of a further back, I thought, on that spot. But so it's a little further than we'd like. It's about 4 and 2.5 here. Passing plays have worked so far. You could also see Triton rolling out and just keeping it, getting outside there and running out of bounds with it.
Adams in motion.
I'm going to call timeout.
I think we try to do a hard count there. And
it's a good idea.
So a timeout here for the Warriors. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with you. Warriors knocking at the door. 4th down on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
And we're back here, and we'd like to let you know about our sponsors. The live stream sponsors are the Van Mater Reed Realty Team. If you're looking for a home, make sure you give Jan Van Mater Reed or Brian Van Mater a call. They'll get you what you need, and if they can't find it, they will. Give them time, and they'll figure it out. Star Financial Bank, of course, is our scoreboard sponsor, and Dowling Dumpster Rentals. You've got something to move, you've got some rock you need at the house, maybe some mulch, give Mike Dowling a call at Dowling Dumpster Rentals. Those are our live stream sponsors, and they are bringing Wes-Del football into your home tonight.
Big 4th down play here. It's going to be, like we said, about 2.5 yards. Coach Knuckles did that was a good job of trying to get the hard count, trying to get them to jump off sides, and it didn't work, but that's great early in the season, especially early in the game. Give them a hard count, see if you can get them to jump, and didn't work, so here we go. I bet you they go on 2 or 3 here to try to bark and get them to jump again, and then they'll run the play.
So 4th and 2, so there's a chance to convert on a run play if that's the decision here. You don't have to go for the points right off of this play, but let's see what they drew up in the timeout. This will be a big conversion for our Warriors. This time it's Mason Davis closer in your screen and Trey Adams at the top of your screen. Brock Nauman in the backfield. Abdullah is out. Adams is in motion. It is a pitch.
Oh, nice catch.
And they got it. He's got a chance. He's to the outside. Trey Adams just tackled and knocked down just about the 5-yard line.
Brody Arnold for Tri-Central saved a touchdown right there because I thought he was going, you thought he was going, and it just tripped up by the shoelaces there. And what a great catch by Trey to catch that one-handed, because that could have been just devastating to that ball gets on the ground. But good job picking up that 1st down.
Showing his athleticism. Here we go, folks. Clock's running. 1st and 10. Ball on the 7. Warriors with a great first quarter, controlling the ball, chewing up the clock, and you want to come out of here with points. Triton Blevins under center. Adams in motion. It's a handoff to Brock Nauman. He's got to cut up the middle. He dives for a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Brock Nauman is on the board for the Warriors.
And there you go, folks. There's your trivia. Who scored the first touchdown in Wes-Del history? And now we've got a flag on the play. I think it's probably going to be because Dooley took his helmet off. He's new, folks. Give him a chance. He doesn't. We've got, I think, maybe a sideline warning. But nevertheless, a great run right up the middle. We talked about that earlier, that Brock is going to get an opportunity to keep running that play. We're going to go with our speed trap right up the middle, and Brock did. So the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff, I'm guessing.
Sorry, I had to go run light duty there for a minute.
I saw that.
Yeah. New lights, folks. If you come out, you can't see them as well until it gets dark.
Let's say when it gets a little darker, let's hope we're still scoring
I wanted to
some
see
touchdowns.
if they worked. Kick is up, and it is blocked. So the Warriors up 6-0 with 5:40 to go, and we will take a short break, but the Warriors lead early, 6-0 here on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
Hey, Indiana, let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Yeah, we're back here. There you see some of your corporate sponsors for the Wes-Del Athletic Department: Montgomery Insurance, Martin Insurance, the Campus Rentals, Property Pros, Pizza King, and Young's Title and Abstract. Here we are back at Paul L. Parker Field, 5:40 to go. Warriors leading 6-0. Coach, pretty good first possession for the Warriors.
Yeah, great possession, and we talked about that earlier in there. I said that I felt like we would keep trying Brock, keep trying that, because if we could get some other stuff to work, which we did, then Brock's going to get that right up the gut. He's too hard of a runner, too strong of a runner. Our line is too quick. Wear him down, and a long drive like that gets something. Brock gets just a little bit of daylight right there thanks to his offensive line, punches it in, and then he wasn't going to be stopped when he saw. He was close enough to get there, dove for the touchdown.
And that's the first lead of the season for the Warriors. They take the lead on Tri-Central. Now they'll kick off, and the defense will try to establish that side of the ball. Here's Corbin Price, the kicker. He'll be kicking off. And last week, Gabe McGuire from Alexandria gave us all kinds of fits on kickoff. We're hoping that we don't have that same issue here tonight. Well, squib kick. Number 9 has it. I don't know exactly that. We're
Jacob
looking on
Klein.
coverage. Jacob Klein has it, and he's across, a good return across the 45-yard line.
Zach Reno cleaned it up there at about the 45.
So the Warriors come out on defense here, led by their defensive play caller. That's Kyle Richards, and he is the defensive coordinator.
Well, I was hoping that he was, because otherwise he was just dancing down there.
He was.
He has been known to throw
He has
some
been
dance
known to
moves.
move
Dance
that
moves.
body a little bit. Here we go. The Warriors trying to, and we're going to see here, it looks like that Tri-Central has, they've got a quarterback, number 4, Owen Toll, with a really strong arm. He does like to throw it every once in a while, and here's the handoff. Almost hit early, but then he's breaking it, and this is going to be trying to get caught up with down on the sidelines, and he's all the way down before Triton Blevins gets it. A great block. We had him in the backfield, and we just couldn't wrap him up.
Yeah, there's a flag, though. Let's see if whose this is. This may come back.
There is a flag laying right on the mascot at the 49-yard line, and that's coming back. That's a hold on Tri-Central, and that one's coming all the way back. So as we talked about Tri-Central a little bit, Coach Knuckles did give us some notes on. They will use, like they said, the big arm of Toll, but then they've got a main pass catcher is their tight end, number 7, Aaron Hoback. And in the slot is number 9, Jacob Klein. All of those are juniors. So, Coach, you can talk about forms later and all that and the schemes, and I'm not. That's not my job.
Well,
we'll talk about that as we go.
Right now, we just got to make sure we close that hole up in the middle because, like you said, we made initial contact. But maybe that hole was there because of a hold. So
yeah, could be.
We'll see what they draw up here. That's going to take them back to 41.
So as we talk about it, the coaching staff is head football coach Matt Knuckles, offensive coordinator Daniel Hansen, defensive coordinator Kyle Richards, offensive defensive line is Caleb Stevens, quarterback coach and defensive back Eric Harlan. As we'll watch this play, Toll with a pitch. Got to get to the outside and finish that off, and we do. He's back across, picked up about 7 on the carry. It looks like coming off the bottom of the pile there was
looked like Malachi Dubois.
Malachi Dubois, number 50.
And that was Hinkle on the carry.
52, Malachi Dubois there.
A couple other guys there to clean up. Well, you can't give up that many yards on that. We've got to close that up a little bit. Use our speed.
2nd and 7, ball on the 49, so we do need to try to contain this and see what they do. Toll under center here. He's got a handoff, and it's to the other side.
Hinkle again.
And Hinkle again, and he's picked up the first down. And a few more. He's across to the 40-yard line of Wes-Del.
Grayson Mealy with a tackle on that. Can't give up that many yards. We got to close that and get there quicker.
Clock running, 4:25. It's been a quick quarter, but that's because both teams choosing to run the ball right now. There's only been a couple of pass plays, and those were by the Warriors. So Gatlin Hinkle is the 5'10 senior running back they've been going to right now. Toll has it. It's back to Hinkle. Hinkle almost met in the backfield, being pursued by Grayson Mealy.
Nice tackle from behind right there, and it was pursued him down the line. We've talked about, I mean, I feel like it's a broken record for me to keep saying that they are going to be bigger than us, but they're not going to be quicker than us. So if you can get off that block like Grayson did right there and chase him down the line, man, just extend the play a little bit, hold them up, slow them down, let one of our quick guys come over there and finish it off like Grayson did right there. Great tackle.
2nd and 10, ball on the 40 here, 3:32 as the clock runs. Wes-Del leading 6-0. They scored on their first possession if you're late joining the game. This is Owen Toll under center, and it's to Hinkle again. He is met once again by Grayson Mealy and a host of tacklers, and he is stopped in his tracks. Another great stop there by the Warriors.
As soon as Grayson got him, a couple other guys there to help out and clean that up. Good job of stopping as soon as I heard the whistle, too. So now we may see this arm that they've talked about from quarterback because it is a long third and about 8.
It is. It's a long 8. He is known to take risks. That is something that Coach Knuckles said he saw on tape. Toll will take risks and throw it into coverage, so we've just got to do our job and stay there. And maybe we can sneak through on a pass play and get a sack here. But Hinkle in motion, looking for a little out. Passes high and over.
High. Good.
And that's a 3rd down, and now it's going to be 4th down.
See what they decide to do here.
Looks like they're going to go for it. Really hard to tell.
Good coverage on that play. We had multiple guys in the vicinity, and they wanted to throw it quick. They couldn't get it away. So
I believe they're going to take a timeout, and Tri-Central.
They are taking a timeout.
Tri-Central does take a timeout, and we too will take a quick timeout. We'll be back here. It's going to be 4th down and 8 on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance. We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance. And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Yeah, we're back with you here. 2:36 to go, 6-0 on your Star Financial scoreboard. And a big 4th and 8 upcoming here for Tri-Central, and big for the Warriors if they can get a stop here. It almost looks like they may be kicking.
Yeah, I think they've changed their mind. They look like they're you got to watch out early in the season here.
It could be a fake, and Trey Adams will go back to receive, and we've got to just play this like it could be a possible fake. But we'll see what Tri-Central chooses to do here. These are always tough ones for Big Snap, and that kick is away, and it looks like it's going to bounce into the end zone, and it does.
Yes, that'll be a touchback.
And a touchback, and we will stay with you as we reset here and kind of take you through. That was probably as good of a offensive to defensive possession we've had in a while.
Yeah, it was great, other than the first play, which got called back on a offensive holding. It was a great stop for us, and we needed that. Every play like that brings more and more confidence. So just continue that, boys. Continue to build on the confidence. Continue to wear them down, and continue to just keep playing Wes-Del football.
A great crowd tonight. Athletic department
it's great.
Gave away 100 of the Warrior Nation T-shirts to the first 100 fans through the gates. And also, like we talked about, as you can see in the crowd, some staff shirts. Those are staff members. It's VIP night. And they are wearing their Wes-Del Warrior Nation shirts with the staff and highlighting how many staff members are here to support tonight and how we just had a great start to the year. We're really lucky to have the people we have here at Wes-Del. They're fantastic faculty and staff. And
You're welcome.
yes, we appreciate you. And you are included in that, Coach.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Good student section tonight, all the way from the elementary Little Warriors up to the high school kids. And as you see along the fence, it's a hit now with the concrete as they're standing along the fence down there, and they no longer have to stand in the puddles.
Well, just got some inside information for us. Every change of possession, there's going to be a 2-minute break due to the heat.
Okay, that
which makes sense, and it's good. I mean, with the limited numbers both teams have, a lot of kids playing a lot of minutes. That's smart. So kudos to whoever made that decision. I'm guessing it was probably the officials.
I'm going to guess it was probably the officials, but aided by, we do have two IHSA, a former IHSA commissioner and a current commissioner in the house tonight. Former IHSA Assistant Commissioner Phil Gardner, also a Wes-Del graduate and former principal, is on hand.
Saw that.
And Brian Lewis, current Assistant Commissioner for the IHSA, is here viewing tonight's game. And we're pleased to have those honored guests with us. And I'm sure the officials are following the protocol put out by the National Federation and the High School Association. Triton Blevins has it. He's under center. He's going to drop back to pass.
There's your
He's
play.
going deep, and that one's up in the air. But Abdullah almost caught that. That looked like it either was tipped or it didn't come out of the hand very well for Blevins.
Yeah, Dooley had that, and he a little mad at himself. He would have liked to grab that. He's going to come out for just a second, and we'll bring in Jonah Whitworth at the tight end spot.
Well, and he had to come back. Like I said, Triton Blevins didn't get all of his throw on that one, whether the ball was slippery or his hand was wet, but he'd like to have that one back because as soon as he let it go, it just wasn't a well-thrown ball, and that's not like Triton. So here we go. We have in the backfield on this, we have both the fullback Nallman and the running back, halfback Adams, and it's to Adams. He's got a blocker, and he's getting strung around and knocked down. It looks like he might have picked up.
See where they spot it here.
I'm going to guess. Looks like not a whole lot on the carry, if anything. Well, now they're.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be about the same spot.
About the same spot. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 10. So the Warriors now need to move the ball on this 3rd down. Otherwise, they will have a quick possession. So we'll see what we can get. Corbin Price comes off.
See if we go back, we're going to throw again or give a pitch play. Nope, it's a misdirection.
And that one was snuffed out by Tri-Central, and that will be a 3-and-out for the Warriors, and their defense is going to be back on the field pretty quick here.
Yeah, nice defensive possession there for Tri-Central. Is kind of what they needed coming off of nothing, the first time and giving up points. So defensively, they're able to hold a little steady there, and that'll take who we got back there? Corbin Price back to punt.
And once again, kicking was a issue last week, and we just hope we've worked on that and can put a good kick on this one and then put Tri-Central in a tough spot. It's away. Corbin with a boot on it. Pretty good kick, end over end, and it's received there. And we got to get outside to get that tackle. Great initial tackle made, and I think that was Corbin Price on the first hit.
Finished off there by...
That was number 12 and number 9. That was Reno
and Vonderschmidt.
Yep. Vonderschmidt played well last week, and he's as a freshman. He's got a lot of athleticism. He's got a bright future. So they'll take another water break. And now the Warriors are going to be about in the same position they were on their last stop. And got to be concerned a little bit about that run play from the initial possession last time.
Yeah, well, that and field position isn't great here, so you're going to have to be ready to play for right away here. Defensively, we're going to have to step it up. We'd like to hold them and make this a long second and a long third where they're having to make some plays that maybe are a little out of character for them and not just run with Hinkle because they had some success with that the first possession. So, we'd like to get a stop here.
And as we said, we've got the extended time to get some water.
I've got something if you're ready. I've got something I'd like to share.
Okay. Go ahead.
It is executive producer
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Romine's 50th birthday today.
50th
I mean,
birthday.
that baby, don't let that baby face fool you. He
Yeah,
is 50,
he is.
folks.
Folks, you don't know how good looking of a 50-year-old we have for a producer.
Yeah.
I mean, he is something.
So good looking, we keep him off camera.
Absolutely. He's hidden back there behind me. And oh, I see him in the screen there. So
There he is.
congratulations making it to 50.
Yeah,
And here's to another 50.
that's right.
So, we'll celebrate.
50 is the new 30.
Hey, I
So
got you.
keep telling myself
I got you pizza.
it's out there.
You're
it's out
welcome.
there.
It's out there in the main area of the booth.
50 is the new 30. I keep telling myself.
Is it?
I don't know. It didn't feel like it this morning when I was
Coach,
working
you-
out.
Yeah. Coach, you don't look a day over 51.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll be there soon. You know what? It's almost approaching that time of the night that you
Yeah, it's
really
good.
enjoy.
It's not quite here yet.
No,
The
we'll-
cloud cover's bringing it on a little sooner, but I'll let you know when we get there.
Big possession. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. And the Warriors here probably liking this first quarter more than last week when it would not end. And we said we would let that one go. So we're not going to talk about it. Warriors here getting ready to face Owen Toll. And that was a quick snap and flag. And I think, on the offense. No, maybe on the defense.
Well, we're going to see here.
No, that's on the offense. That's going to be a good 5-yard.
False start.
That helps the field position issue. It's going to take him back 5 yards and put him at the 40.
We'll have to check the chat in a little bit and see what we have going on. But I know there are some people out there watching. I've gotten some personal texts. Tony Cox is in Austin, Texas, visiting grandkids and watching us all the way there. One of my favorite people. And
In Austin?
Yep.
Put another shrimp on the Barbie.
Well, I don't think that you're in the right place.
Oh.
He might be.
And there it is,
The
the handoff, and
That's
coming
Archer
across.
again.
And that was Archer, you said, carrying the ball there, Coach. It
Yes.
looks like Brock Nauman maybe at the bottom of that. And, number 29, Brock Nauman, the sophomore with the tackle.
Just giving up a little bit of yardage there, but not terrible. Giving up about 4.
So it's going to be second, and what they've got is 7. I'm going to say probably closer to 6. So big stop here would be huge for the Warriors on second down. And it is a handoff, and he's
Archer
met,
again.
and that one,
Strung out that time. Brock Nauman at the bottom there, and then
Yeah.
cleaned up with some other guys.
that was number 24, Corbin Price was in on that one as well. Kind of knocked him down. And a lot of whistles right now. Is that a timeout? I think this might be an official's timeout.
Into the first quarter.
Into the first quarter.
there
Hey,
we go.
he needed it. At the end of one, it's 6-0. Wes-Del leads. We'll be back here for second quarter action on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. I am the Soup, Kyle Mealy sitting next to the coach as always, John McLaughlin, and behind us is Mr. Producer, Andrew Romine, bringing you tonight's matchup between Tri-Central, who has it at 3rd and 5 on the 30-yard line, and your Wes-Del Warriors. Wes-Del leading 6-0. Big possession right here. Looked like they moved, but
pitch out to
call.
Archer.
Got to get there, and just stopped him, I believe, short. Yeah, he's short. And that is going to be a 4th down decision here for Coach Shane Arnold, and
I'd say at this point
they're going to go
field,
for it
you're
here.
Going for it, yeah.
4th and 2.
Yeah, 4th and about 2, it looks like.
And officials holding up the X, so I think that might
give
be.
them to you.
I was going to say I think they might be a little homage to the late great DMX.
Just passed away.
You're
going to give it to him.
The X is going to give it to him. So 11:22 to go.
Here's
4th and 2.
Down.
This is a big one. Ball's
Archer
away.
again.
Oh, he's
Mealy
picked up
with
and he
the tackle.
stopped. He's stopped by Grayson Mealy.
Yeah, this is all going to depend on the spot. Grayson knew where that one was coming, and he did not get blocked, or he fought off of that one.
And
Let's
I
see.
think it
Nope,
should be. That's a short, and it's going back to the Warriors.
They're not even measuring that one. Great tackle by Grayson.
And the Warriors will take over here, and let's do something with this one. Let's get a 2-score lead. It looks like we have the 2-minute break for water, but we'll stay with you. 11:14 to go. And the fans here, I think, are trying to figure things out. And maybe they didn't know the 2 minutes or whatever they're going to give them for water in between. But I'm looking down the sideline now, and it looks like there's a new location for the elementary football game. It's down there.
Oh,
on the
okay, I got you.
You see it?
Yeah,
it's down there now, close to the baseball and softball
listen,
field.
You're not going to stop that. That's generational.
No, that's generational. That's how you grow them. We grow football out there, and we also are trying to grow grass. So I appreciate the fact that that won't be happening.
No,
but let's talk a little bit.
All right.
About some things that are happening. What a tough one last night for the Warrior volleyball team. But boy, they put it on them in the first set. But you were there, Coach. I wasn't able to attend due to a board meeting. But give a little synopsis.
Well, Wes-Del got off to a hot start. Won the first set. I want to believe 25-14. Played really well. Not as well in the second set when Wapahani came out and got a little more aggressive. Third set came down to a blown call by the official, line judge. But we happened to be on the road, so a little blown call there that was very obvious even to the other side, and so they pulled off a 26-24 win and then got us in 3. But I think I speak for most of the girls. They'd like to have a chance to play them in county or another chance to play them.
Here we go, Warriors with the ball. We'll have more time to talk. Ball's away. It's to Adams. Adams trying to get away from a tackler. He's still gaining some momentum upfield, but I think he gained a few on that one. They got a flag. I don't know if it's going to be a late hit or.
That's going to be one of two things. It's either pushing the back or trying to make that hit late, because that could have been bad if Trey would have got hit. Now, if he got shoved, we're going to find out right here. If he got pushed in the back, then I understand. Otherwise, there's no way he needs to go after that. Whistles were clearly blown, so we'll see what they call. He could have been pushed, and I just didn't see it. Yeah. So I guess that's what they're calling, is a push in the back. And Coach Knuckles is asking for kind of an explanation here, because something had to happen there. So
he was asking for something else, and he's getting a lot of nodding no, so that just basically usually in officials' world means he never saw it and he doesn't have any clue. So unlike them, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. The ball is going to be, I guess, pushed back here.
Yeah, it's going to be a 10-yard penalty.
Did they call unnecessary roughness?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's half the distance to the goal, because that would have been a 15-yard penalty, but since we're inside.
I didn't see who that was on.
No, I didn't see who they called it on, but you can't make your own mistakes.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. So here we go, 2nd and 10, and it'd be 2nd and 20, it looks like. Well, that's the longest 10 I've ever seen to get back to the sticks. But whatever. I'm sure they know what they're doing. And it is a rollout. Triton's rolling out. He's got a pass across, and that is Trey Adams. He catches that in traffic.
We get some of it back.
And a nice catch, and it does pick up.
Probably about 7, looks like.
Yeah. So it's going to be 3rd and a long 14, I think. And we'll see what we do here.
I'm going to take a shot at some point. I don't know if it'll be on this play, but at some point.
Well, Abdullah is coming out, so he is usually our deep ball threat. But we'll see. We do also have Corbin Price, Trey Adams, and the big tight end is in Whitworth. So we'll see what we do here. We may be running it and then looking at seeing if we can convert on the outside. So it's a pitch. It's a trap play, and this is
Trey
Adams again, and he's getting back to the original line of scrimmage, and I believe this will be a kick at 4th and 15, and I'd bet everything I own we're kicking.
Yeah, at this point in the field, you're kicking it. They're playing it that way, too. They're going to put Archer, who we've had trouble with all the way back, and then quarterback Tolles back there with him.
So again, let's see if we've got a get a good kick away. And that one's a pretty good kick, end over end, and there's a push in the back, and
get some coverage.
They're not going to call
Push
that
him
one.
out of bounds.
And that's tackle made. Now we've got a flag. I don't know what this flag is coming from, but Mr. Belvedere threw it.
No, I think it was Uncle Buck.
Yeah. Well, we got a flag from the great outdoors, and we'll find out exactly what he's going to say here. It's going to be on us, I can tell you that, because he hasn't called one on them yet. Oh, it's on Tri-Central. He wanted to give it to us.
Helmet to helmet.
It's a helmet to helmet, but he wanted to give it to us, which doesn't surprise me.
Well, he tried to point that way and then picked it up.
Coach, you a big Planes, Trains, and Automobiles fan?
I did love that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. I did love it. There's some great – those aren't pillows.
How do they know which way we're going?
Yes. Some great lines.
Great lines in there.
I call it a blindside block. I'm sorry. I didn't recognize that signal.
Well, fist to fist is –
I was guessing it was helmet to helmet contact, but they're calling it a blindside block.
We got a first down out of that? Looks like it. We moved up quite a ways.
No, I think it's they'll keep it. They just get it.
Yeah.
They moves it all the way back. So
I forgot it was our kick. Never mind.
after,
that was my fault.
That's all right. It was after the change of possession.
I'm low on water.
Yes.
Sweating it out. Well, it does help us with field position because they were
Yes, it does. Yeah,
a little bit further up.
Put it back to about the 46 here, so that's a lot better than where it would have been. Got this change of possession here. Get a little drink of water. Everybody's getting a drink of water but me.
Well, you can have one. I can take over.
No, that's all right.
Talk a little bit about
Look
things.
at that.
Look at that. We got a couple more.
Does everything for us.
Mr. Producer does it all. Well, he doesn't want us to go down because he doesn't want to have to take over.
One of the things I noticed tonight is all the upgrades that we have, and everything looks so nice and so great. And I felt like, other than this nice turf field, I was back in high school with the playlist that Coach Burkett played for us
Coach
tonight.
Burkett brought it tonight. I think he and Brian Lake have been spending extended time together. You know, Brian Lake, the voice of the Warriors, former WERK disc jockey. Look, good shot of the crowd right there. I hadn't heard that much Foreigner before a football game since
there's a lot of songs you hadn't heard in a while that were played
since Eric Dickerson was playing for the Rams.
I think the last time we heard those songs, Mr. Romine was riding a huffy bike down Commercial Street.
He was headed to Hoover Park for a mean game, the Hoover Dome. All right. Well, the Warrior defense is back out there, and so far they've been pretty good. 9:22 to go in the second quarter, and in the first half, to be more exact. And Tri-Central taking over here, and they're across the 50 when they start here. Toll under center. He's going to have a handoff, and that one is a nice job there by it was initially Brock Nauman who tripped him up, and then he was finished off.
That's Luke Powers on the bottom of the pile, and then Dallas Godby and some other guys helping him clean that up.
So it's hot for everybody out there. It's hot for the officials. They got to wear those long pants.
We'll get to the I never understood that. Why do they? Why
Well,
can't
some
we throw
wear 'em better
short-
than others.
Well,
But
why can't we throw shorts on some people?
I don't know if there's a few of them out there. I don't want to see their legs.
Well, that's true, but
Tri-Central has it, 2nd and 4 on the 40. A big defensive stop here would be nice. And
Pitch
then
play to
pitches
Archer
away,
again.
and Archer has it, and he's met by number 53. That's Godby, I believe.
yes.
Yes, that's Godby, and he's just short, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. So once again, going to be a big stop here if they can get it.
We've talked a lot about the quarterback Toll's arm, and we haven't really seen a whole lot of it yet, but they haven't really needed to. They've been doing a lot of running. Archer has been running well, so we haven't seen a lot of it yet.
And that is Archer still in the backfield, right? It looks like we go in shotgun here with Toll. And I don't know if we've got a blitz package here, but
Just
it
gonna
looks
run
like it. But it's going to be – he's got it across before he's finally finished off by number 10, Alec Thornburg, and number 18, Triton Blevins. They need to work on our roster a little bit further because Triton is 18, not 7.
We're getting closer.
I know. I know.
We got it to
we got it in numerical order
yes,
this week.
Now we got to get the numerals.
Folks, if you'd like to support the Wes-Del Athletic Department or the Wes-Del Network, all you have to do is reach out to myself, Kay Mealy, at wes-del.org is the email, or call 358-4006, and I can connect you with what you need to do.
Nice hit there. No, they did pick up about 4 yards on that, but a nice big hit.
That was number 23, Whitworth, number 53, and that is Dallas Godby. So we're bending a little bit. We don't want to break here, and there's 7 minutes to go in the half. We'd like to get a stop here and not let them score and go into halftime with a lead.
About 7 minutes left here in this first half, and we've done a decent job here. Like you said, bending, but haven't given up anything yet, so let's keep holding.
Here they go. I would assume it's going to be another handoff to Archer. It is. He's met instantly by Godby and finished off there by Brock Nauman, I believe.
It went a little more power. That was Hinkle the carrying in that time. It just went right up the gut and tried to go a little more power. Just ran right off the tackles.
And you can see that the goal here is try to wear down the Warriors. You can see them breathing heavy, the line. Again, we talked about their line being bigger, but our line being and our team being faster, and we're seeing that. But at this point, you're 3rd down and about 4 on the 25, and this would be a huge stop right here. But power football at its finest, Tri-Central and Wes-Del.
I'm going to watch Archer going around the outside here.
There we go, and almost picked up, but
And
finally tackled off by
I always say that was Dallas again.
that was
No,
number
that was
52. That's Du Bois.
Malachi shoots the gap there.
Du Bois, and it's going to be a big 4th down.
Just about the same spot we held them last time.
4th and 2. Ball's going to be on the 23. Huge possession here.
I'd look for him to go shotgun again.
I'd be afraid that, and I'd be afraid for them to maybe actually try the arm at some point.
I think they're going to go under.
They are going under center here on this
They
one.
may try to just pull us off sides here.
Might be a long count.
Nope.
And nope, they give it away, and he's going to be close.
Yeah,
he got it. He's a first down.
Good second effort on Archer's part there because we hit him.
The initial hit made there was by number 53, Dallas Godby. He's being helped up. So, again, though, we chewing up that clock as best we can. The ball's on the 20. And
kind of picking on that right-hand side, so our linebackers going to have to cheat up a little bit. They're not running as much to Dallas and Grayson and that left side. Luke Powers and Grayson on the left side. They're going more towards the right side, and so Dallas is having to make a lot of tackles. He's going to need some help here.
Here it is again, a pitch play outside, trying to get to the outside. That's Whitworth moving to the outside. Triton's got it, and that is Jonah Whitworth with an excellent tackle.
And that's why they aren't going to that side.
That was to Archer, and he was met for no gain, maybe a slight gain.
I see in that play stretched out there. Jonah showing his athleticism. Great to see him back out there playing.
It is great, and he is an asset to have with that speed and his size.
He just looks like a football player out
Yes,
there.
he does.
We got a lot of guys that are buying into the weight room, look like football guys.
Yes, we've got a great program going with Brandon Van Mater in the weight room, and it's paying off in all sports. Here we go. And this
Here
is a
it
pass
is.
play. Here it comes. Pressure coming. Ball is
got
up.
him.
And he missed it. And he was open.
Yeah, he was.
He was wide open.
Intended for Fowler right there, and he was open. Hit
And,
him right in the hands, and luckily for us, he didn't bring it
He
in.
got a break there, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 10. So,
He showed his arm on that one
He
because that
did,
was
and
on the dot.
and if Fowler would like to have that one back because he came right across a little bit of like a slant fade into there, and he was no one was there. I mean, he was wide open.
He had it.
So 3rd and 10, and that stops the clock with 4:10 to go. Toll and
Let's
let's
hold him
see,
right here. It's
looks
third.
like it may be another pass play. It's a pitch to the outside. Let's see if we can get out
Get him.
there. And we do. He's met instantly there, and let's see who comes up from that.
Getting shoved.
And there was a shove afterwards. Archer shoves, and that was Grayson Mealy.
Well, Dallas was there pushing it back and slowed him down enough that Grayson came in and cleaned his clock. And he didn't like that very much. And I'm sure there was probably a yell. Nothing unsportsmanlike because there's officials right there.
Well, laying on his back, I saw Grayson throw his hands up after the shove.
Yeah.
And he kind of wanted to know what happened. But it looks like we have a timeout. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be back here. Big 4th and 9 on the 19 on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
And we're back here, and we were just talking about how this is a big possession, 4th and 9, 3:45 to go in the first half. Warriors up 6, and we talked about how Coach just said he'd be very good with the stop and then grinding out some clock here and moving the ball on offense. And I agree. Any lead at halftime is good lead.
Big play here. It's timeout, so you never know what to expect on coming out of a timeout. You usually see some of the better plays coming out of a timeout because they've got a chance to talk about it, get everybody in the right spots, and so don't be surprised to see a little bit of maybe a different look or something they haven't shown yet.
And here we go. They are coming out at, and as Coach said, they look like they're going under center.
We've got got 2 guys out on the right side, a slot receiver.
Secondary doesn't want to lose anybody here.
Looks like we've got help on the backside here.
And let's see if they hard count it. I don't know out of a timeout if they'll try it, but they might. Yeah, they're going to hard count. Now they fake. Throw going deep.
Oh, he caught it.
Did he catch it? No, it's incomplete.
Oh, he did drop it. There's a flag on the play, though.
They're going to get Abdullah, I think, for pass interference. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good coverage.
Yeah, only thing I would say is if he turns his head back and looks back at the ball, sometimes they'll get you on that. But I agree. I thought it was good coverage. Sometimes if you don't look back, then they'll come up with it's a bailout call kind of sometimes.
Let's see what they come up with. There's a long discussion now. I'm going to assume it's pass interference.
And that, unlike the pros, is not going to be a put
spot
on
of the foul.
Well, it's not going to be up on the 1 yard line because it happened in the
what
end zone.
It is.
Yeah,
it's pass interference on the defense.
it's going to be
15 yards is what he said.
It is. It ends up being he's wrong because it goes half the distance from that spot. It'd be half the distance, which the official marking it off got it right.
I'd have to see it again. I mean, I thought it was pretty good coverage, but
I did too. I think that's all it was. It's him not looking back because I think he was there. I thought he had some good coverage last week at Alexandria.
Yep. So, and again, remember, Abdullah coming out for the first time to play football this year, so a lot to learn, but I think he did a pretty good job. When he watches this one over again, I've got to give him credit there. Let's see if our defense can hold, though. 3:39 to go. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line. And let's see if we can get a stop here and not go in. And he's going to go forward with it. It's a fake, and they've got him. It's
quarterback sneak right up the gut there.
Tripped up by number 54. That's Grayson Mealy. And on top of that, I think, was number 12.
They saw something they liked there and just tried to go right up the right side real quick.
3:19 as the clock is running. And we could really use a little turnover here. That Tri-Central's huddle seems to be about as far away from the football as you could get.
No secrets.
No.
Let's see what happens here.
Under 3 minutes now. Let's see if we can make a stop. Big stop.
Quick snap.
Quick snap. He's over. They got him stopped. Or are they going to
see
signal?
what
I think they got him short.
Boy,
That was close. That's Hinkle, I believe, with the ball. Gatlin Hinkle, and he is short. Boy, I can't believe he was not called in.
Yeah, I thought he was in, but we'll take it. Now it's going to be third, and, I mean, you couldn't get much closer right here.
I look for a sneak again.
Yeah, quarterback sneak.
I think they'll go quarterback sneak.
They're going to go right over. Dallas got to be on this right side. So be ready. Dive in there, Grayson.
And I think they'll go quick. They'll snap and dive.
They could give it right back to the fullback again.
I'm going QB sneak.
Yep, there it is. And he's in.
And he is in.
Fell forward just enough. I mean, he didn't need
that
much.
Is touchdown Tri-Central. And now we'll see if they do have a good kicker, so a chance they go up by 1 here, 7-6. But we will get the ball back with some time.
Yes.
So I don't know. I don't. Again, I'm not going to belabor it, but I don't know if I agree. I think you're right. Turn the head back and look for the ball, and maybe he doesn't get the call. But again,
I mean, it had to be that. I think.
Yeah, his coverage was solid. So I'm just really surprised. I also think it's easy to make that call.
Yes.
As a high school official, and they've been known to make mistakes about every other call.
There's a kick. It's up, and
it is no good. It's a tie ball game, 6-6.
Apparently the kickoffs are a little easier for the kickoff was all the way back into the touchback into the end zone last time. So
we're going to have an extended water break here, so we'll give you another break where you can at least see something from the IHSA or something from our sponsors. You're watching Wes-Del Varsity Football on the Wes-Del Sports
Some see a student-athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student-athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Coach, we're back. You got something to read there, don't you?
Yeah, I'd love to talk about our cheerleaders. It's hot down there for the cheerleaders, too. So here are our cheerleaders this year. Delaney Huffman, Gracie Drake, Ava Whitmire, Nora Nickens, Tori Clark, Brianna Hale, Bailey Combs, Hayden Browning, Presley Curtis, Kylie Proctor, Kirsten Ronan, and Jenna Woodson. All out there cheering on the Warriors. They were excited, just like it's exciting for our football guys. It's exciting for those cheerleaders to get the cheer on this first game and all the fun things that come with being a cheerleader and being down there.
Coach, I've never seen a guy get more fans come up to the booth. I get nothing. You get guys coming up.
That was my man Philip right there. That's my
Philip coming up, giving you the thumbs up.
Yeah.
You're getting all that. You are a man, popular man.
Philip's in the band over there, and he's on percussion tonight.
Yep, they're kicking it.
He took a quick break to come up and say hi.
I wanted to say hi to you. Warriors going to receive here with about 2:09, 6-6. Tri-Central will kick off, and it is Corbin Price and Trey Adams back to receive. That one's away.
Quarterback kicking. Trey's going to be able to handle this one and bring it.
Kind of. And let's see if he can bring it out a little bit. He gets a couple blocks, and he takes it across the 25-yard line. The Warriors will start there. Let's see what they've got up their sleeve. They can try to grind it out on the ground and go in with the tie, or they can look to go score. 2:03 to go. We're not known for our 2-minute drill.
Well, one thing I would say is I think both teams have 2 timeouts left.
They do.
So if they Tri-Central gets a stop right here, you may see, and it's for loss of yardage or short gain, you might see on that second down play them take a timeout, try to get the ball back. Or if Wes-Del can move the ball and get past the first yard, they've got plenty of timeouts. So we'll see how this plays out.
Triton Blevins under center. 1st and 10. It's away. It's to Nauman. He is tackled there. Tackle made by number 52 that's Connor Calloway, the senior.
Second and about 9, and Tri-Central doesn't use a timeout yet.
Second and 9, and out comes Whitworth, and in is Abdullah Dooley, as we know him here, and in comes Corbin Price. So we'll see if they take a shot here. One thing you don't want to give up, though, is an interception.
No, you don't want to turn it over.
And that is not something you're looking at. So Abdullah does have single coverage. Now the safety's going to drop a little bit here.
It's hand off again.
It's fumbled. And the ball is caught, and
we just said it.
Triton gets the tackle, but that is a costly penalty.
It's almost handed right off to him. I'd have to see that back in a replay, but it was almost like it was handed to him in that trap play on the backside. He shot the gap there. I think it was number 9 for them, Klein. And shot it.
And great job by Triton Blevins to stay with it, make the tackle, and not give up the 6 points. But now, with 1:18 to go and 2 timeouts, it will change things for Tri-Central. They will use those timeouts, and they are going to try to score here and take a halftime lead with this. So
yeah, they weren't fooled on that one and jumped in there and jumped the gap a little bit.
We could use a turnover back at this time, though. We just need to leave without giving up a score. So
see how aggressive they are.
Cole gets the long count, and it's going to be a pass play. It's across the middle. Tipped. Is there
he better not throw a flag there because it was tipped.
The ball was tipped and no flag, and so nice job there. I didn't see who got a hand on it for the Warriors.
And here's our first guy showing some cramping.
That is Jonah Whitworth with a little bit of a cramp. He's trying to work it out a little bit. He's good. He says, I'm good. He's pulling it.
Stretching that thing out, get in halftime, and get a bunch of water in these guys.
That incomplete pass is as good as a timeout, though, for Tri-Central, as the clock will stop. Play clock does not. 1:14 to go. Wouldn't be surprised if they don't try to run it. I don't know that they would go with another pass play, but maybe they are, and it looks like a pitch to the outside. Whitworth cramping. He can't get out to the outside, and finally they're knocking him out.
Dooley made they're going to push him out.
They're going to have to get Jonah out of there. As soon as he tried to make that play, which he was there, his leg cramped up on him, and I would assume we'll see a sub for him, but he wants to stay.
That was Hinkle with the run.
I believe, did he get him out of bounds? It looks that way, so it's...
Yeah, they stopped it.
Ball was on the 7-yard line, 3rd and 10, so the Warriors need a big stop here. Toll bringing the play into the huddle.
I'm sure with Wes-Del turning it over right here, they'll be aggressive.
They're going to take a timeout here, Tri-Central, and we'll stay with you as we're within that almost that final minute of the first half. So tied 6-6. I've seen some good things, but one thing that I will note is it's really our turnovers and our penalties that have really hurt us.
Yeah, you can't turn the ball over in close games. Any sport, whoever loses the turnover battle is always facing an uphill challenge, so you don't want to turn the ball over. This timeout couldn't have come at a better time, though, for us to get a little bit of water, stretch out a couple guys, make sure they're ready to go. But you don't want to turn the ball over, and you want to make sure when you are in pursuit or you're offensively, you hold on to that thing, and you are just defensively, you want to do the opposite. You want to try to knock it away. So maybe we can knock the ball out. But they've shown to protect the ball pretty well. We got to make sure that we are making a tackle here on this defensive play here.
1:07 to go, and the Warriors come out on 3rd and 6. Need to make that play, as Coach said. But just a reminder, some of our sponsors, you're looking at the Star Financial scoreboard there at the bottom of your screen. They are our scoreboard sponsor in all sports on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And then you've got the Van Mater Reed team, the best realty team in the business is Jan Van Mater Reed and Brian Van Mater, and then another new one this year are the Dowling Dumpster Rentals. 3rd and 6, 1:07 to go. This is a big play here.
Got everybody bunched up over on the right side.
A little bit of a shotgun action here. And Toll trying to take his time. Now he's going to look for a screen pass.
Pick off!
Corbin Price has it! Corbin Price snuck in there and got a big interception.
Corbin jumped that route right away. They had their tight end out there to the left. They pushed him out. That was number 7 for them.
Price snuck in there and got a big interception.
Corbin jumped that route right away. And what a great stop and a great read there by Corbin Price.
A fantastic job by Corbin Price to see that and take care of business, and the Warriors have it with 1:01 to go. big play. Let's just see if we grind it out here and run the clock. If we do, I would assume Tri-Central's not going to waste their final timeout. I think they're going to go into the half. We just got to protect the ball and take care of it.
Couldn't have happened at a better time. That was a great, you got to have guys step up, and things that happen like that, that was big. That was huge.
And here come the Warriors to the line. Just take care of the ball, guys. Don't give up anything right here.
Spread formation again. I can't imagine we'd be too aggressive. I'd see Brock Nauman here is what I think we're probably going to see.
Levin's trying to go a long count. Now Adams in motion. It is to Brock Nauman. A good block. He follows the blockers, and he gains a good portion of yards on the ground. Some of the big guys up front are pushing and making some room.
Tell you what's going on right now is Coach Knuckles is breathing a sigh of relief with that turnover, and he's like, let's get into halftime.
Well, there's nobody more stressed right now. He is waiting and expecting his third child, and I believe that's going to take place on Monday. Guy's got a lot on his mind, but right now it's football and getting to halftime without any more trouble. It's a drop-back play.
Throw.
We're going to go back deep, and it's just outside the hands of Trey Adams.
Had Trey on that. Trey was open. Just get a little bit more air under that one, and Trey's going to get a touchdown.
I like the aggressiveness by the coaching staff, and now it will be, I believe, 3rd and 3, and I would assume with 28 seconds left, we will be running the football.
I'm not going to assume anything at this point.
Maybe it's 2nd and 3. No, it's 3rd.
It's 3rd, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't assume anything either, but Adams is out now, and I'm looking at our receivers. Corbin Price still in there. Are we taking a timeout? We are.
Coach is going to take his last timeout.
Take a timeout here and talk this over.
He's trying to see if Jonah's okay and ready to go back in because this package is a tight end package, obviously.
Yeah.
The play he wants to call, obviously, he involves the tight end. So he's looking over here to see, and maybe Coach is changing his mind here. We do have a halftime show coming up today. We have I sat down this week with
who?
The golf team. So Coach Rocco and Jane Armington will be our halftime guests. So stick around for that. That'll be
enjoyed by all.
Yeah, it'll be great and exciting time for the golf team. They're doing great things, and Jane's really doing well. So stick around and watch the halftime, and we'll probably be getting another drink or changing shirts.
I tell you what, the snow cone machine down there is making a killing.
I think if he's I think he's got plenty of cones, but out of snow.
He better not be out of tiger's blood.
Yeah, that's well, I was.
You're not a tiger's blood guy?
Well, I like it. I don't know what.
Do you like pina coladas?
Yeah, I do, and I like getting caught in the rain.
I wondered.
There is also I'm that guy that likes. I don't like sour, but if you give me a good lime, green.
Information the Warrior faithful could have gone without, but
green snow cone, folks.
A green snow cone. What about a yellow snow cone?
I had one of those once when I was younger.
Yeah.
Blizzard of '78.
Yeah. Here we go. Warriors on 3rd and 3. See what they come out with. It's a handoff to Adams. Adams digging, and he's trying to get some ground, but that may take us to halftime.
I think Tri-Central is just willing to let this run out also.
And we're down to 15 seconds. Clock's running. The play clock's at 30, so if no action, we'll be going. And it looks that way. It looks like your halftime score here at Paul L. Parker Field will be Wes-Del 6, Tri-Central 6. And we've got a heck of a second half in store. And that is the end of the first half. And, Coach, as you mentioned, you had the opportunity to sit down with the golf team, Coach Rocco, and the outstanding freshman, Jane Armington, who has been a county champion, first county champion for Wes-Del girls golf. And we, at the actual tournament, I was there, we couldn't remember if there had ever been a freshman that had won the county tournament. She shot a 76. We talked about that last week. There go the Warriors running off the field. A good first half. And they run off. So, you know what? They should be happy.
Right.
But I think there's some adjustments that can be made. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's what coaches will get in there with the rest of the guys and the coaching staff. A lot of times people wonder what happens at halftime. Well, the first thing you do is let the guys go sit down for a few minutes, get some water and everything. Coaches go meet. The coaches will talk about what adjustments they like and what they want to see. and then come together and come up with some things maybe that they like. Really, it's usually 1 or 2 points of emphasis. You don't want to bombard them, especially when you got a lot of guys playing both sides of the ball. 1 or 2 things we can do on offense, 1 or 2 things we can do on defense, and I'm sure that that's what will happen with the coach, with the coaching staff. And as we can see, the officials need a break too. It's hot for them too, and Mr. Slopson is walking them off of, or he's trying to at least walk them off to get a break, and everybody's going to take a little bit of a break right here.
You ever buy brake pads from that guy?
I did not, but I saw a guy like that from Sandusky one time. Here's the dance team doing cheerleaders.
The Warrior dance team down there. The cheerleaders doing a little action. We'll let you see that as we talk a little bit and we take you out. Coach, what are we going to see in your interview? A little bit of a preview of sitting down with Coach Rocco and freshman standout Jane Armington.
Well, one of the things that you realize is that golf, first of all, is one of those sports that it takes one good shot to bring you back the next time, and that's what Coach Rocco and I talked about. All it takes is one good shot, and you feel like, hey, I'm pretty good at this. I'm going to come back next time. You forget about all those bad ones. But the other thing we talked a little bit about is just how it's a team sport, but it's also an individual sport, and Coach hits on some of that stuff. So it'll be enjoyable. It was fun to sit down with Jane. She was a little nervous, but I told her she did great, and you'll get a chance to see her and meet her a little bit. So enjoy that with them, and then we'll come back and
we'll have a second half for you.
We'll figure something to talk about.
We'll be ready to go. But, Mr. Producer, if you're queued up and ready to roll, we will bring the interview with the girls golf team brought to you by Coach McLaughlin here on your halftime. This is the Wes-Del Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Coach McLaughlin, and welcome to the Wes-Del Sports Network halftime show. I'm here with Wes-Del standout golfer Jane Armington. Jane, how's the season going so far?
It's pretty good. It's really fun. We only have 4 girls, but I think we've been doing pretty good.
Yeah, and as far as we know, we want to talk about you. As far as we know, you're the first Wes-Del girl to win the county championship, and it was a close one. So how close was it?
1 stroke.
She won by 1 stroke, folks. So came down to the last hole on the 1 stroke. And just a little bit of funny part about that is you kind of didn't even know that, did you? She didn't know that she was actually up 1.
Yeah.
That's correct, right? So she was up 1 stroke, and going into the last hole, you thought what?
I thought I was down 1 or we were tied. I just knew I had to hit it close, and I luckily got a par.
So she knew it was close, so actually probably would have maybe put more pressure on you, or maybe it was a little more breathing room. I don't know, but actually up a stroke going into the last hole, parred the hole. Your playing partner was the defending county champ, and she bogeyed the hole, so you won and were the girls' county champ. So awesome. Congratulations for that. That's a great thing for Wes-Del and for you. I mean, what a great opportunity to come over here and win the Delaware County Championship as a freshman. Here's a question I wanted to ask you. When was the first time that you can remember playing golf? How old were you when you started playing golf?
Probably like just swinging in the yard, probably like 3 or 4, but not like competitively until I was like 9 or 10.
And the first tournament you played in, about how old were you? Do you remember?
I think I was like 10.
10 years old and playing?
Just in like the ones around Madison County.
Okay. So obviously you've picked it up and you're doing well, and here you are at what, 14, 15 years old, already a county champ. So you've picked it up quickly and you're doing really well. What do we have coming up this soon? I think we have a big tournament coming up this weekend. What's this weekend?
We have conference.
Okay, conference tournament, and that is at Hickory Hills, Maplewood.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Maplewood course. And have you had a chance to play that course before?
No, we're playing a practice round tomorrow though, right?
Okay, so we got a practice round tomorrow, Maplewood, and looking for big things from the conference. Have you had a chance to look at any other scores where you might sit with some of the other golfers yet?
I know Addie Gick is probably my biggest competition.
Okay, so going into it, you've got a chance to become county champ and conference champ. So we wish you the best of luck. Welcome to Wes-Del, first of all, and you've been a great part of fitting in right away. So welcome to Wes-Del, and good luck the rest of the season. And I'm sure that you'll do well. And good luck to this, I guess, tomorrow. Good luck in the county conference championship.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome. We're back now and joined by head coach Nick Rocco. Coach, tell me a little bit about the season. We heard a little bit from Jane here. Tell me a little bit about your feelings as the head coach, as how the season's going so far.
I think the girls are getting a lot better as the season's going on. Had a tough match last night in the heat, but they all battled through it pretty good. Jane herself has stepped in and just been, a freshman phenom since the start.
Yeah.
And Abby Davis has improved a lot as the year's gone on. Just everybody's kind of buying into the what we're trying to do, and it's been good so far.
So as you look at a season as a golf coach, you're looking for improvement and seeing how the season plays out. You want some consistency, but you also are looking for improvement.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way to get that done for you as a coach, how do you look at like setting up a practice, let's say, or things to help them continually getting better?
I think after a match, if you realize where you did poorly the match before, I think that is a place that you need to practice and try to refine your skills at the to get ready for the next match. I think golf is something's going to go wrong pretty much every time you play. Not everything's going to be perfect.
Right.
So you got to just try to minimize your mistakes, because golf is all about minimizing your mistakes and just kind of getting through the round the best you can.
I found playing golf, it's that one stinking shot
Yeah.
that you hit
Yeah.
that's nice, that keeps you coming back, because the rest of the game's so frustrating. But it's the one shot that you hit and you're like, man, that was nice. And then you're like, okay, I can do this again.
And it's usually like the last hole.
Yeah, it always is the last hole
Yeah.
when you're wanting to be done.
Yeah.
So we have conference coming up, and then how far away or how close are we to sectional? I know golf moves pretty quick.
Yeah, it moves very quick. Like you said, we had county like a week and a half ago, and we got conference this Saturday. I think sectionals is like 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of bam, bam, bam. It's you just knock it out.
And where is sectional?
Sectionals is at Crestview.
Okay, so and golf is just one class. There's no classes in golf. You're just everybody's out there playing together. So if you have a great individual game, you have an opportunity to move on, and then I'm assuming you move on as a team.
The top 3 teams from sectionals move on, and then the top 3 individuals not advancing with the team move on out of sectionals as well.
So you always have a chance. I mean,
somebody's always got a chance.
Somebody's got a chance to go. So looking at the upcoming rest of the season, I mean, as a coach, what do you think? Where are you wanting to finish? What is what's the goal here for the rest of the year?
Well, the goal is to just continue to improve as a team. Wherever that leads us, it leads us. Sure. I think we have a lot of potential on our team, and I think we've shown a little bit of that as the season's gone on. Individually, I expect a lot out of Jane coming up. I think if she plays as well as she can play, there's nobody that can beat her in conference. And then, as a freshman, you don't want to put too much pressure on her, but,
sure.
The sky's the limit for her as long as she works at it and believes in herself.
All right, last question here. She shot a 33. Is that her best this year?
Yep.
Have you shot a 33?
I have.
Have you?
Yes.
Okay, what's your best?
My best 9 holes is 30.
There you go. So you got something to shoot for, Jane, and she's right off camera here, and she's already giving him the eye like, I'll get to a 30 one of these days. So that's pretty impressive, Coach. I mean,
appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay. So good luck the rest of the year.
Thank you.
We want to wish you and the girls a great opportunity this weekend, like you said, in the conference championship, and then on to sectional. So good luck the rest of the year, and we'll be looking for big things from you this year. Thanks for joining us. That's head coach Nick Rocco on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We'll be right back with you with the second half.
And we're back here. What a great interview at halftime by Coach McLaughlin with our head golf coach, Nick Rocco, and Jane Armington. Coach, I was impressed, as always, with your ability on the interview.
Well, I appreciate that, and it was fun to sit down with them, and big things to come for the golf team. The rest of we have MEC tomorrow at, I believe she said,
Maplewood,
depending on how much water they have on those. It could be called Maple Rock sometimes. You can hit those fairways and get a roll on them.
the greenskeepers love you at Maplewood.
Yep.
So, well, 6-6, and we've got the extended 3 minutes here going into the start of the second half. And now, as you look on your screen, as it gets darker, you'll be able to now see the new Musco lighting, which is all LED. And there are some special features that hopefully, as we get going, you'll be able to see. But some nice things to know safety-wise. It lights the field up and the facility itself much brighter for all spectators and the athletes. The other thing is it has a couple of lights that actually face up, and they help to assist on the underside of the football on kickoffs, because that's something that the athletes can lose the ball.
I never would have thought of that either.
Yeah, and the engineers got that figured out so they can see the underside of the ball and they can watch it in flight. And then some special items. We have color. There are color lights, and the lights have a little action. When the home team scores, we can quickly have them wave, marquee, do different things. So as it gets darker, you'll see some of that, especially if we can get a score here in the second half. But that's a few of the things. And we talked about a track that is now 8 lanes, and we also have the timing system, which is an automatic timing system. So for all you Warriors who ran back in the day and you say you have a school record, we actually will hold true to those records. However, the new Warriors will be timed by a computer, and it will be accurate, and there's no way for human error, and they won't be able to claim the record, without it being actual factual.
Okay.
You like that?
Yeah. Well, and
I've never seen
I'll
the
tell you
timing
what
system. Have you seen them?
I have not seen one on the track like that. I've seen some of the different ones at cross-country meets when I was going to those, but I have not seen how that's going to work. It's going to be interesting to see all that go down. I'll tell you another thing I really like. The sidewalks and the fencing that are put up.
All popular, I saw at halftime.
Yeah, well, the fencing, I think, is going to be the new hangout, looks like, for some of the older fans here, Warrior fans. And it just cleans everything up and makes everything so nice.
Looks like a facility.
It just looks like a top-notch facility, and it is a top-notch facility. So.
I want to give a shout-out to the school board for having the shared vision to make it happen. And those school board members are Steve Dowling, who just completed his final board meeting last night of 27 years, Amy Townsend, Brittany Mock, Gary Rooker, and Larry Batt are our current school board members. And as Steve finished his last meeting, they also voted on our newest member. And the newest member to the Wes-Del Board of Trustees is Bob Todd.
Okay.
And Bob, many of you will know, Bob did several years of coaching out here and has been involved. And he is excited to get his board work started. We're excited to get the second half started as Corbin Price will be kicking off to Tri-Central. I can't see who's back there for them, but boy, the facility looks good under the Friday night lights. And there's the kick away. And it is going to be a little mishandled there, and he's coming down. Let's see if we can get a tackle here. See if we can get a tackle. Going to need to get a tackle.
Again. That's Archer. They've got him on the sideline.
And finally, he's knocked down over there on the far side, and that was number 76 finally making the tackle, and that is Luke Powers. So what was a little dicey return for Archer ended up being a pretty good one. He's across to the 45-yard line. And everybody got some water, got a snow cone. The officials were over there working.
Mr. Stafford's got a snow cone down there.
Does he, Officer Stafford?
No, he does not, but
Officer Stafford, Chief of Police for Wes-Del Police.
He would like a snow cone.
Toll under center, going a hard count here. Let's see what happens. I believe they'll run it, and they certainly do. Luke Powers is right there. He busted off that block, And then several Warriors get in there. And I tell you what, Archer, is that Hinkle?
That was Hinkle.
Hinkle is, he came up and he was ready to engage in some extracurriculars, but then better heads prevailed, and a couple of Warriors tapped him on the helmet. He tapped back, and good sportsmanship shown by both.
He got hit initially and then was able to keep his feet chugging along and got able to pick up about 4.
Third quarter action here. It's 2nd and 7. 6-6 on your Star Financial scoreboard. Here is Toll with some misdirection. In and around, and now that's going to be a big gain. Got to be tackled from behind by Alec Thornburg and finished off there also by Corbin Price, but Thornburg with the tackle. And that was a nice little misdirection.
Yeah, and they've probably, again, it goes back to adjustments at halftime. Those coaching staffs are talking and probably saw something they liked on a couple of these plays initially, because we have not seen that play yet this game from Tri-Central.
And here we go, 1st and 10, balls across the 38 now into Warrior territory. And Tri-Central now, they've got a good-sized line, I'll give them that. They have us at the line when it comes weight-wise. We've got a whistle, and it is a early timeout here.
That's a quick one.
Only 10:40. We'll stick with you here. It's an early timeout by Tri-Central. And I'm going to give you a rundown of what's happening this week.
Okay.
In Wes-Del athletics.
I thought you were going to say I'm going to give you a trivia question.
No, I'm not going to give you a trivia question.
Okay.
But I might. We talked about the MEC golf tomorrow, and then a quiet Monday, no activities. And the Tuesday, girls golf team will host Southern Wells. On Wednesday, the Warrior volleyball team travels to Shenandoah. Thursday, we have a couple of events. The girls' golf team is at Cardinal Hills taking on the Wapahani Raiders. And Thursday, the girls' volleyball team, it looks like they're scheduled to be at Union.
Yes.
Friday's the big Greenwood Christian football game here at home. And then next Saturday, we have the cross-country Marion Invitational. That's hosted at Indiana Wesleyan. And also the K. Saunders Classic.
A lot of stuff going on, so the MEC volleyball road trip continues for, that'll be their, 5th and 6th straight conference games to start the season.
And here we go, 1st and 10. Toll looking to hand off. That's to
Hinkle.
Hinkle gets through, and they are moving the ball very well here early in the second half.
Started adding a little misdirection in here more than they did. Hinkle's got a little bit of bounce in his step here.
Coach Arnold, I believe, saw some changes that he wanted to make, and those changes are being beneficial here in the third quarter. 10:28 as Tri-Central is grinding up yards and clock, and it is Hinkle still in the backfield, I believe. And that's a handoff to number 12, and he is Archer. He cuts back inside. Finally, it's met by Triton Blevins, but I'm telling you what, they're getting better blocking, and they're also getting a better scheme as our linemen are not being able, and our linebackers can't seem to get to the runner. So they're inside the 20-yard line. Ball's on the 15. It's 1st and 10, Coach. We've got to make some adjustments.
Yeah, we're going to have to. It's almost like we're getting out of containment on the outsides here. And we're gonna have to use our speed a little bit, like you said. They're big up front. So it's gonna be Hinkle again.
And Hinkle busting to the outside before
flag.
he's finally met. That's going to be a flag. I don't know if it's a face mask or what they're going to get.
Let's see what they call here.
I'm trying to see if I can see. I'm going to assume it's on us. Nope, it's a hold.
It's holding on them. That'll help.
On Tri-Central, so.
That's going to help push them back a little bit. It'll be from the spot, though, so it's not going to be as bad as you would think.
$10 yards from the spot of the foul, and it will be a repeat of first down.
Takes them back to the 20, though. So there's a chance we get a little bit of a break. Let's take some advantage here, get a stop.
They are running away from a couple of our tacklers that were having good success in the first half. I've noticed that.
There's a fake again.
And they do a fake. He's got plenty of room, and
He's
this is going to
go
be
in.
a touchdown untouched by number 9. That's
Klein.
Jacob Klein. And that was not the best of possessions for the Warriors defensively, and they were manhandled by Tri-Central on that
They
one.
ran that play early in the drive and then came right back to it because it gained a lot on the and came back to that play and again had success with it.
We are going to have to find an adjustment because we looked like a different team there. They are running away from some of our backs and some of our linemen that were having success. They went more to the outside, which I thought in the first half we contained. And they went misdirection on a lot of things. And here's the extra point, and that one is good. And that is going to make it 13-6. And we're going to take a quick break here on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
And we're back here at Paul L. Parker Field on the campus of Wes-Del High School. Coach, it's right. It's getting close. It's getting close to that time.
I think it's twilight now. It's a little bit maybe even past that, but these lights are so good it's hard to tell.
Yeah. I've had a lot of comments about the last couple of nights I've been out to turn on the lights and look at the facility, and several people that I saw today, that staff members that live nearby, they said, those lights are so bright we can see them from our house, and some of those are quite a ways away. So
bright that people could turn their lights off and just use it through the windows and save electricity. So doing them all a favor.
Well, and they're kicking off. Tri-Central will be kicking to, and that's a good kick. That's going back to Corbin Price. He has it. He's across the 25, the 30. He's got a couple blocks, and he gets tripped up.
Oh,
and that's a late hit. That's a late hit.
There
We go.
comes.
I was going to say, my goodness.
It looked like that was called from the sideline.
I don't know what number 2 was doing there, but that's Jimmy Rincon.
Thanks to that was, I think, Coach Caleb Stevens there was right in the official's ear throwing that one.
I was trying to figure out. I mean, that was so late.
That was so late. It was yesterday.
I was searching.
Is there 2 flags down on the play? There's one up here too.
Where?
Right.
Well, the late hit, I would think, would cancel. What flag are you seeing?
There's one right here. You just can't see it. It's right on the.
Oh, I see it now.
Thank you.
Well, let's see what they sort out. More than likely, they'll sort out. I don't know why we picked up the football, but they can't sort this out.
They're figuring it out. There's a lot of stuff to talk about right now.
Well, look at this. Okay. Now, I came in from the north. You came in from the south. No. Now, I parked in Goofy 7. No, you're in Mickey 9. Okay, no. The other guy's like, no, that's not it. Okay, well, now, listen, let's get this straight. There's a lot of people watching. Now, we're going to go back here. Okay. But then I think we might go this way. All right. And then, okay, so we got it? Yeah. All right, here's the call.
Looks like they may redo it. Got holding on the return team. So we're gonna go backwards 10, and then we're gonna turn around and go forwards 15.
Watch this. We're gonna go 10 this way and then 5 the other way. So they
could go.
Just go 5.
No, they won't do it. Watch.
They do. Oh, here we go. Okay. Touch.
He's gonna set it down for a second.
You got to touch better than that. Touch and go.
Now 15 yards.
He's got to touch the line with his hand. The whole team has to
5,
run.
6, 7,
There we
8.
go. Coming back. And maybe
That's 16 yards.
that's 16. That's 16 yards.
That's all right.
All right.
We'll take it.
And we're going that way. All right.
This will be 10 one way and 15 the other, but they sure look like 16 to me from where he started, but we'll take it.
1st and 10 on the 41-yard line, 9:18 to go. Warriors trailing 13-6. We had a little sorting out of sorts. Here is Triton Blevins under center. Adams, Davis, and Nauman are the backs. This one to Nauman. He's up the middle. He's met
Hit
right
right
away by number 67, Tate Struben. Tate Struben, a senior, 6'2", 310.
And once he got on Brock wasn't
Well,
going
I
anywhere.
mean, Brock's only giving up. Well, we don't put any weight on ours because I don't know. Brock's
he's not 310.
no, he's not 310, but he's a good sized kid. All right, here we go. 2nd and 9 on the 42. Blevins again. And that went to
Brock
Nauman again,
again.
and he got ahead of steam on that one, and he pulled a couple of them with him.
Nice run.
A nice run. He's going to be about 2 yards short of a first down. And, okay, now that's a terrible spot. That is an absolutely
It's going to be 3rd and 3.
awful
looks like.
spot.
Make it up for that yard they gave us on the
Good
penalty.
that's karma. But that spot was so bad. I mean, what do we have to give him? A better field? All right, here we go. 3rd and 3, ball on the 48. Blevins in it. He gives
Brock
Nauman.
again.
Nauman, keep rolling.
he got
That's a first down.
Oh, I don't know. We'll see.
Got to
What's
be
going to be on
pretty
this
darn close.
side?
It's got to be pretty darn close.
He's stopping it, so that's probably.
No, it's pretty darn close. Just call it. Just call it. Look at this guy. No, it's a
He-
first down.
he
Boom. Boom.
He did. He put his arm out.
Yeah.
Stopped the play, so.
He said, heck yeah. It's good enough for a Warrior first down across the 50-yard line. Just under that nice Warrior mascot. It's a big one. Goes from the 42 to the 42.
See if we get it. Right now, it's just been power football.
Yeah. Been a lot of Brock Nauman. There's a pitch to Adams. He's got some room. Little shifty move, and he's down and picked up about 5.
Yeah, he's going to. That's a good first down. You get half of the yardage you need right there on first down. You're in good shape. So, nice run. Faked it to Brock that time. They had to respect that because we've gone to Brock a few times in a row right up the middle. And now Trey in around there on the opposite side. Everybody sucks inside. Trey around the outside to pick up 5.
2nd and 6, 45-yard line for the Warriors on their side going in. That's to Brock Nauman.
again.
And Brock again, full head of steam before he's tackled.
So he's going to pick up 2.
Tackle made by number 58, Patrick Kinney, and number 2, Jimmy Rincon. That's going to be 3rd and 4. And in this side of the ball, you never know. It might be go for it on 4th down territory. I don't know. Really depends. Let's see if we can just get a first down here on 3rd and 4. So Mason Davis, number 11, the bottom of your screen here in the running back position. Trey Adams on the far side. Nobody in
Back to
motion.
pass.
Back to pass. Triton Blevins going
We
deep.
got him on a
It's over
double
the
hitch.
top.
Oh.
The ball was thrown too short.
He had him.
And that was to Abdullah And now a tough question is, do we go for it on 4th down?
I don't know here, but, man, he had him.
He's got
Dooley ran a double hitch. He stopped,
I don't know if
turned, and
he's.
went.
I don't know if we're going to kick. He's coming out. I don't know if we're struggling to if Triton's struggling to hold on to the ball, but tonight there's
open.
been 2 passes that just haven't been as crisp, and that doesn't seem like Triton.
He was open.
So they could be sweaty tonight, and it could be hard to hold on to. But this is tough. In this game, you can't go down 2 scores, and so now we have a flag, and the flag is going to be.
Let's see if that's on them.
If that's on them, this could be trouble.
This will change what Coach Nuck and Coach Hansen want to do here. This is going to.
Let's
If it's
see.
not a first down, we're going to be awful close.
And it is on Tri-Central, so we'll see where we're at.
I think it's a first down.
I don't know.
Yep.
It's
Yeah,
an
it is.
automatic first down, and that is a big, big mistake for the Trojans as they had a fourth down ball being kicked to them, and I don't know if that was heads up by the Warriors, or I saw a couple of Warriors point and then clap. So here we go, 1st and 10, ball on the 39. Sometimes you need those breaks. Let's see what we get here. Levin's under snap. This is going to go to Nauman. Nauman again up the middle. Nauman dragging 2 or 3. Blow a whistle.
They're getting a big dose of Brock Nauman right now.
Brock Nauman had, I would say, what they like to say is a host of Trojans.
Picked up about, I'd say a little over 3, close to 4.
.542, and again, both teams working it on old school smash mouth football right now.
I'd love to see that hitch play again at some point.
Yeah.
It's not going to be on this play.
Yeah. I think we just keep doing what's working right now.
Oh,
and there's an in and around that. Adam's got to get outside. That's trouble.
And lost a couple.
Yeah, that one fell apart quick. You may see that hitch play here because it didn't. That's a loss.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 9.
And Dooley comes on, and off goes the tight end. So it could easily be a pass play here with 4:57 to go in the third quarter. It's been a quick quarter. Both teams running the ball.
I'd like
us to connect here.
Send Dooley long and then get Corbin right behind in the middle of the field.
We got Brock Nauman in the backfield, and Triton's got to give us a crisp
chance.
ball.
Oh my gosh, it's a screen.
Crisp ball.
Oh,
and it was there.
Screen. They let everybody through and just over Trey's hands there because that was on purpose. It looks like we didn't block, but we didn't.
Are we kicking, or are we going to try to exit? No, we're kicking.
We let them go through right there, and that was open.
I'm telling you, we got an opportunity there, and we just did not convert.
I'd like to see us either kick this one as hard as you can through the end zone or kick it out of bounds and pin them back there.
Corbin Price back to kick. Warriors trailing 13-6. Man, I wish we would have converted there. That is a good kick.
Straight out of bounds. Let's see where he calls it. He's walking back up, and
that is terrible.
He's going to still. He stops at about the 22.
We talked about this last week.
That's a guess. It's just a guess.
It's so bad.
It's just a guess.
I'd rather him say penalty of 10 yards from the place it goes out of bounds. Because that would be a better spot than what he just gave us. So where it lands, give me 10 yards penalty from that location. That he never even looked up to see where that ball was going, and we put lights in so he could.
Well, here we go from the.
Oh no, we're going to do the water break.
Oh yeah, change of possession.
The water break.
Change of possession.
So we'll be back here after an extended water break on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's one-car, two-bedroom apartment with a home office/home gym insurance. We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen/art gallery insurance.
And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the two-car garage/rehearsal space insurance. Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
And we're back, and we need to stop knocking on wood and actually score.
Better knock on wood.
Oh, anyway, I'm going to look in the chat here.
Oh, okay.
A couple of people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to clean this up for Felix Perez just because he wanted to put this in the comment. We are clear it's not Tri-Central. Our quarterback's name is Triton. So that's where you're getting Triton. So thank you, Felix, but we know it's Tri-Central. We've been calling it that all night. Go back and watch. We're glad to have Odie Wallace and Abby Nash in there. Jalen Godby. Michelle Adams is in from Canada watching. John Justin watching. It's nice to see you in there, John. and he says he misses it so much. So Julie Swartz also watching. But
Wes-Del's going to take over here. Or I'm sorry, Tri Central takes over here.
And there he goes to the outside. We got a misdirection, and he is gone.
Let's see if
Triton's going to have to get to him. He cuts back across. Now
Alex has got a
Stormberg,
chance.
they're not going to touch
not
him.
gonna
He's
get
gone. Touchdown. 2 scores down, and this late is tough.
Listen, that play has bothered us 3 times they've run it, 3 times it's been successful. And credit to their coaching staff, they keep running it because we've struggled with Klein here.
Well, that one,
a new weapon that they've, they hit us a lot there with Archer in the first half, and then coming out they started going to Hinkle, and then all of a sudden now it's a big dose of, we've got Connor here 2 or 3 times in a row. Klein here a few times in a row.
19-6 now, 4:19 to go, and getting ready to kick.
Well, that one's a lot further than the last couple. And good.
20-6, Warriors down 2 scores here, and they're going to have to figure this one out offensively and try to get a score. But in the meantime, we'll let you have a word from our sponsors here on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Matt's 1-car, 2-bedroom apartment with a home office / home gym insurance. We're good at Nick's SUV and farmhouse with a remodeled kitchen / art gallery insurance.
And we're good at the Wilbur suburban home with the 2-car garage / rehearsal space insurance. Have you seen my hockey socks?
Have you checked your sock drawer?
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
We're back here. Just a reminder of our sponsors of the Wes-Del Sports Network. The best realty team in the business, the Van Mater Reed Realty Team, Jan Van Mater Reed and Brian Van Mater. Give them a call for any of your realty needs. Star Financial Bank. Go in and set up a savings account, checking account, get a loan, and tell them Trent sent you. You will get no discount, but you might get a pin.
The guy likes to give out pins.
And then Mike Dowling, the Dowling Dumpster Rentals. You need something hauled away. You need something hauled to your house. You need anything that you might need.
You think about dumpsters.
You think of Mike Dowling. All right, Warriors trail 2 scores, 20-6.
This is not by any means over. We just
it's not insurmountable, but we have got to start doing something.
String together some offensive plays here in a row.
4:19 to go, and plenty of football. But Coach, you're right. Every time they've ran that play, it has worked. So
long kickoff again.
Kicks away, and they're offsides. And
they'll do it again from the 35.
There we go.
That's all right. We'll get better field position out of it, although that wasn't a great kick.
I got to turn my sound down on the live feed here.
Well, you don't need to step that off. We know where it's going right there on the 35.
And they pitched it to the kicker. It's like, okay, yeah. The tee is set. We've already got it there. You're like, oh, yeah. Here you go.
Let's see if we can get some good field position.
I'd like to take one back to the house here.
I'll be all right with that.
Yeah, that would
Trey
be
Adams
a momentum move.
Corbin Price back deep.
Take it to the house. That's a good kick.
To Trey this time, yeah.
That's a good kick. Let's go. Let's get some blocking. Come on, Trey. Turn it on. Turn it on, Trey. All right, we're across to the 34.
33, 34. So looks like the 33.
And the Warriors will start there. And again, Powers, it looks like, comes up hobbling a little bit. In this heat, you never know. Could be cramps. Could be
here's a change of possession
tweak here. So here we go. Let's just stay here.
Yeah, let's talk.
Everyone wants to listen to me.
Well, no, let's talk about something else.
All right. Yeah.
I mean, how long ago did it go back? Take me back to when this was your first vision. About how long did the process take to get us to where we are tonight?
The vision to really start with the field took place 2 years ago when we weren't able to host any track meets. And we talk about being a small school with big opportunities, and when we can't produce an opportunity, when we can't have any home track meets, that really bothered me. And so we started at that point talking about what we were going to do, whether we were going to we initially looked at replacing the asphalt track, and at that time prices were high just to do that. And we also know that that's not going to last as long. So those conversations took place for well over a year of what do we want to do, what are we going to do, and then it came down to budgetary items, and school budget's too long to talk about, but I'll just tell you, at that time we didn't have the funds to do really anything because of the cost it is to put in a track, and we had other needs. So a year of discussing led to this past year of actually starting to look at, going into the 2022 going into a bond and asking for the money through the bond and the debt service fund. Again, that's going into the weeds a little bit of financing.
6 cents is what we believe it came up to.
Total
right?
of 6 cents over the span of 20 years that it increased per $100 on taxes. So your basic homeowner would feel a tax increase of about $36 annually. Here we go. Warriors under center, and they're going back to pass. That one's deep, and it's going to Abdullah, and it is. They got something. He's digging for his flag. There we go. Took him 100 times. I mean, he did. Where did he have the flag located?
Well, he was looking for it.
He was working. I thought he was going to unbuckle his pants.
Nope. He threw the flag, and so that's going to help. We'll get 15 yards.
And I will say to Triton, well-thrown ball there. I mean, I feel like he got a good grip on that one, and but a lot better than the last few times. I think it's been moisture, sweat, humidity, a little combination of everything. It's been a little difficult to throw the ball tonight. Let's see.
Should be pass interference on 15-yard penalty. Oh. Okay, so it's not passing interference. It was a personal foul.
Oh. Well, there we go. Going to look up.
So that'll be a first down for the Warriors.
Well, that's good. We need that first down. It's going to move us down a little bit. And
well, we're close to midfield, so just here on one play, we're already to midfield, almost. Ball's going to be on about looks like the 48.
4:08 to go. 1st and 10. As Coach said, ball on the 48. Blevins under center. See what the Warriors are going to do here. It's a handoff to Brock Nauman. Nauman churning, and that looked like a helmet-to-helmet.
Took a big hit there.
Yeah, that was number 12 coming in there. I tell you what, they're leading with their shoulders and their helmets. And
the bottom guy gets tied up, and then
they try to finish it off. But I worry a little bit about both athletes coming in that high for concussion purposes. But
Brock popped right up, back to the huddle.
Want to make sure both teams are safe.
Comes Dooley out to the right side again.
There we go. Warriors have it. 2nd down. That's to Brock again. Brock with some room. Brock across for a first down, holds on to it, and the Warriors are down over the 40-yard line. And that was probably the best run for the fullback. He's just a sophomore, but he runs hard, Coach.
Yeah, that was a great handoff. Right up the middle. They're going to see a lot of that. And we kept saying, those plays will work. We're just going to have to wear them down a little bit. And, we keep firing off the ball at the front of the line like that. And Brock keeps moving his feet and going forward. The nice thing I like about Brock is there's not a lot of east-west in his running.
2:58, and Triton Blevins breaks the huddle against Tri-Central.
Ooh,
and I think they jumped.
Guess they didn't go across. Here we go. Let's see, we got a timeout from Coach Nook. He's going to take a quick timeout. Didn't like what he saw right there.
2:46 to go, and we're going to take a quick timeout. You are watching Wes-Del Varsity Football on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
And we're back. Another excellent spot by the IHSA. Folks, don't forget, you have a volume button and a mute button. If you don't like what you hear, you can always turn it off.
I thought you were going to say, don't forget, it's Mr. Romine's 50th birthday.
It is Mr. Romine's 50th birthday, and I'd love to see us score a touchdown here for Mr. Romine's 50th birthday. And I'll have to run out and hit the lights.
All right.
I have a good feeling about this possession. You got a big weekend ahead of you, Coach. I think
we're going to take the family, load up the truckster, and go to Kings Island tomorrow.
Oh.
Come over and let the dog out for me.
You're the last true family man. Yeah, I'll let Albert out.
All right.
Blevins under center. Coach is the last true family man. We're away. We're looking to pass. He's getting a little bit of pressure. Now he's going to tuck it. He's got to go. Got to go.
Dooley with a little bit of a chip block there. Yeah. Good to give him a little extra room. So he's going to get close to that first down.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought we were going to look, and then did we get it?
It's going to be it's close.
It's first down. Boom.
Yes, it is.
I don't need to measure.
These lines can't be straighter, so
I'm not going to have to measure with that guy.
Nope.
Streaks on the China never mattered before. Oh, yeah.
That's a throwback. Here we go. First time we've made ourselves laugh this year.
I don't think people
on air.
I don't know how many people will catch that reference.
I did. Oh, it's a fumble.
No, it's a fumble. Pick it up. He's got it.
Could have been worse.
We gotta quit shooting ourselves in the foot. All right. 2nd and 10. And it's actually 2nd and 11. See if we can push this thing on in. We're on the 32-yard line. Warriors need a score here. 2:28 in the third. This would be huge to score here going into the fourth. So, and I think this is Brock. Yep, Brock going, and
we'll pick up a few.
Yeah, he's got a couple there.
It's going to bring 3rd and long now.
It's going to be 3rd and almost.
I would say that we're probably in 2-down territory here.
Well, at this point, to being down 2 scores, I think we have to be, even though we have a whole quarter still left. But we need a little spark here. We need a little big play spark.
It's not been a bad drive. That fumble puts you behind the 8 ball because you lose a down, basically. We didn't lose a ton of yardage, but we lost a down. So now we've got to fight back a little bit.
3rd and 10. I wouldn't mind seeing us. And I don't know. I don't think
there's a lot of room on the left side over here.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. Mason's in motion. It's a fake pitch to Mason, over the top.
Let's see if he got a foot in.
And they counting that as a catch. I didn't see if he was across.
Nice catch by Corbin Price.
I think
it's going to be short, but I think in the coach's head, Coach Hansen already had made that decision. We're going to go for it. So,
and that we are at a.
About 4th. Yeah, it's going to be about 4th and 4 here.
4th and a long 4. Ball on the 24. A lot of 4s. Abdullah is in. And Whitworth, the tight end, is in. Reno also in. And we've got the fullback, Nallman, in the backfield. Blevins, they need to give him time. See what we do here. May go to Nallman. It does go to Brock. Brock's met, but he's trying to push. He's going to be short. That was not the effective play there.
Just going to come up
too long. I think it's just too long for that.
It's going to come up about 2 yards short. So
turnover on downs.
Over on downs here to try Central. See what we can do.
Well, I can tell you what Tri Central is going to do. They're going to grind it out on the ground. They're not going to make a mistake by going to the air unless forced to. And here's your 2-minute water warning.
I would imagine we're going to see a lot of Klein. Because the last
I wouldn't see why you wouldn't, and there's no reason to go to the air if you're turning on first down. So really the Warriors at this point have to contain that run and force them to go to the air, because we were effective where Corbin was able to pick off there late in the first half. So there's about 13 and a half minutes of total football left, and definitely enough time, but we have to get a stop here.
Yeah, we got to get a stop, and then you'd love to do it and make them have to punt just 4 and out here. That would allow us to get it back quicker. But, this is kind of a game of chess, and they've figured out a little bit with Klein coming around the outside. And we're going to have to force that back where we have help inside in the middle and contain that outside run. Somebody's got to stay home on that backside because we've been giving up that play a little bit too much. Girls golf tomorrow. Don't forget, if you don't have anything to do, run over to
Sounds like you'll be
Maplewood. I'll be somewhere probably.
You'll be getting bottomless sodas
and a blue ice cream cone at some point. Yes, I know that's not on my. I'm going to give myself a day tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to Kings Island, that's not what I would call the most fun. You're a bigger man than me. My family wants to go to Kings Island. They can drive themselves. All right, here we go. Warriors need a stop. Big stop, and I feel like it's getting hotter in here.
I think it is.
I think the air conditioners do not work. It's going to be a steady run game here. And there's a pitch
Hinkle
to the back. That's Hinkle. He's knocked down early. There was an early contact before he's knocked completely down by Dallas Godby, number 53. So gain of 2 on that carry.
Listen, we'll give up 2. I'll give that up 3 times, and then they'll have a tough decision to make.
We haven't talked about the new uniforms, Coach. I think they look good.
Love them. Love the helmets. Love the uniforms. The whole scheme looks great. Really pops off on that field.
Here we go, boys. Another big stop. Be ready for anything bouncing outside here. And they give it and a nice block there. And before he's got it, they got to finish him. Triton Blevins there. He was initially stopped by Whitworth, 23, who had to get off a block to get back to there. And that's going to be short.
Not by much, though.
No, that's the big one there. We've
probably going to be about 2 yards short here. Or less. About a yard short, looks like.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the old QB push here.
It's going to be that or another handoff to Hinkle right up the gut.
I think they're going to let the clock run down here, and that'll be the end of the third quarter.
Yes.
And Trojans milking that 2-score lead, 20-6, and that's how the third quarter will end. We'll be back with you here on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're not just good at insurance. We're good at Emma and Jake's just baby-proof their 2-bedroom bungalow to prepare for baby number 1 insurance. We're good at Madeline and Chance's just gave in and became minivan people to make room for baby number 2 insurance. And we're good at Gabby and Nate's just moved to a house with a bigger backyard to welcome fur baby number 3 insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
And we're back here. You see the Warrior huddle there as they're talking things over. We're going to start the fourth quarter with the Warriors trailing by 14, 20-6.
Cheerleaders throwing out gifts here, throwing all kinds of stuff.
Well, I know
looks like mini football shirts.
I know some of the shirts that are going out. We have some PCC sports shirts that are going out from our.
Can I go real quick and try to catch one?
Construction company, and I'll tell you what, we got a couple of girls that might want to try out for the quarterback's position.
Throwing that thing.
Throwing it. They're doing a great job down there. They're just as hot as anybody else right now in this weather. I mean, they are sweating, and
we're lucky to be up here where it's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. If you'd like to contribute to the Wes-Del Sports Network, we'll take a space air conditioner because Athletic Director Kai Denny, there must be budget cuts, and one of them must have been the recharge of the air conditioners up
The
here.
air conditioner is about the size of my back pocket.
Yeah, you blowing on the back of my neck would be better.
It's not keeping up. Well, that's not going to happen, but it's not keeping up.
Here we go. Third and one.
Somebody
I'm
better
going to
get-
say he's going to sneak it.
Somebody better get out of here.
Here we
If
go.
he does
He's
try
going
to
to push.
throw.
He's going to push for that 1 yard line. Nope.
He got him.
That was. Oh, and then he got through.
Dang it.
God, we had him.
Malachi Dubois got back there. I think that was him.
Yeah.
Or Dallas.
That was Dallas
Dallas
Godby and
Godby.
Jonah Whitworth back there.
Both got him and just couldn't wrap him up. But he was there. And then good job by Dallas getting through there. He just got to make that initial hit and then hold on. But he did get back there quick.
They did.
We need some more of that.
And I tell
Running
you,
out of time.
Tri-Central's going to try to run this 11:35 out. So it's going to be about a big stand here and trying to get this ball back, and we need it back quick. So a turnover would be huge. And they
Ankle.
have been very solid. Now we have a flag or something happened there before a tackle made there. We got a penalty. Let's see. The far judge gets them all. See what he's got here.
It's going to be on them.
Yeah.
False start.
False start. Great mechanics. Let's go. Here we go. We're going to get it on the mic. Everything's up. There you go. 5-yard penalty remains a first down.
So now we've got him in a little bit of further. Now it's 1st and 15, so let's hold him here.
This is an opportunity. There is a opportunity in front of us. We have got to keep them contained on the outside. Look for Klein here. Nope. And it's to the other side, and he's got plenty of room. By plenty of room, I mean he's got
That's
all
Klein
day.
again. That's Klein.
All day long, and it cannot understand why we can't. The same play.
I'm guessing that's Klein, yeah.
Same play like 4 times. I'm
Somebody's
glad I
getting-
don't know anything about it.
Somebody's getting fooled over on that side.
I mean, we have fell for that every single time they ran it.
It's a fake to Hinkle, and then everybody sucks everybody in, and then that end around, and we're just biting on that too much.
Clock stopped 11-12. It's 1st and 10. Ball's on the 20-yard line now. There's Toll under center. Handoff. Little slip there. Tackle finally made. Underneath that was
Grayson Mealy and
underneath, still laying down, finally getting up, I believe, is Godby.
Yeah, Dallas Godby.
Dallas Godby. Grayson Mealy finished it off. Need a turnover. We need a turnover. I need a shower.
Yeah, you do.
Thanks. It's a good thing.
I'd get a turnover, too, on the way
good
home.
thing high def doesn't have smells.
Yeah, this for sure.
Yeah. Here we go. 2nd and 8. Klein again in motion. Now there's a pitch. That's Rincon.
Almost wrapped up by Whitworth.
Rincon finally finished
We're
off
gonna have
there.
To get some stops here, we're going to have to make these initial hits, and we're going to have to get them down. So it's 3rd down, though. We're still in business. I would imagine it's 2-down territory for them.
Well, I see a lot of guys huffing and puffing over there, so it looks like they're tired.
There's your Warrior
There's the
band.
band. There's the Warrior Band. For any of you that wanted to see the band, there they
There you
are.
go.
Wish we could get. We're here to broadcast the game. Wish we could give you more of that, but
That's a new running back that we haven't seen yet
that's
tonight.
Rincon, number 2.
Is it? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, he just ran the ball a minute ago.
The flag on the play or no?
It's a first down.
Okay.
It's a first down.
So it's 1st and goal now.
And ball's on the 10.
Just inside the 10, so they'll have to get into the end zone to. There is no first down. This is end zone or bust here.
Going again, and he's the outside. And that's
outside. We gotta
going
make
to
a
be
tackle.
a stop by Abdullah Abdullamir.
So he's down to about the 7. Just hold tight here.
Ball's on the 7. And second and goal. And Tri-Central now on second down. Klein in motion. And it is to Rincon, and he
right up the
will
middle.
walk down and right into Rincon. That's a
There's
flag on
yeah.
Rincon for
That's
taunting. He taunted Triton Blevins as he went in.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yeah, it's unsportsmanlike conduct. So, but doesn't negate the score. He'll still
No.
get the score. It'll just be assessed on the extra point. So,
After the play, dead ball foul. I can tell him if he needs help.
yeah, well.
Got to take it on the kickoff, or are you going to take it on the extra point? Sportsmanlike conduct.
You know who was an underrated actor?
Bob Euchre.
Bob Euchre.
I knew it was coming.
Bob Euchre and the
Well,
dad,
some of
the
my
dad and Alf.
Some of my favorite commercials were I must be in the top row. Front row, I'm sorry. I must be in the front row. And then he would always be in the top row.
Yeah.
My bad.
The great Bob Euchre.
He's still going. He's still doing Brewers games at almost 90.
Yeah. He had one of the best.
I barely made it up here at 53.
He had one of the best Hall of Fame speeches, if you've ever watched it.
Here's the kick.
And it is up.
Blocked.
And it's blocked. And that was blocked by Jonah Whitworth, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Jonah Whitworth is, we've talked about it several times, it is just nice to have Jonah back. And, I want to see that kid in as many sports as he can get into because he is an athlete. And I love that kid. He makes me laugh. That's one of my favorite things about him. But also he's just a good athlete to have out there. And honestly, even though we're down 26-6, we talk about it a lot, but we have 120 kids in the football program, youth program up to 8th grade. I mean, we have a ton of kids that are wanting to play football.
It's great.
At the high school level, and that's great. And they're going to take advantage of this field as well. You're going to have flag football out here on Saturdays. They're going to be super excited. We're in a third, 4th, and 5th grade league for flag football. We've got kids playing football earlier than we've ever had them playing football, and that's what you need. And the other thing you need is a consistent group of athletes that are going to grind it out and build a program, even when it's tough when you're down 26-6. We talked about that last year, but hey, people can tell me all they want. Well, that's what you say all the time. Well, that is what we're going to say all the time. And the support that we've put into this track and field is that we want excellence at Wes-Del.
Well,
and we expect excellence.
Yeah, let's think about a couple things here. We've had success in our baseball program. We had success last year with some guys that stick with it kind of attitude that had a lot of success and got us to semi-state. Our volleyball team has had success over the years and winning some state championships. We have a great fall season going with golf right now, and cross country's kicking off. But the one thing I know about Coach Knuckles is he is a grinder and enjoys it, enjoys the journey, and will stick with it, and we will stick with him because he's going to do the right thing. He was with me in basketball for 9 years and helped me start that youth program that's grown and grown. We started that with about 8 teams, and now it's 3 gyms full of people. So he knows how to run a youth program. We did it together, and he'll get this one going here, and that's how you start it. That's how you get it going.
What's really important, too, is, and something we have to highlight, is we both have, and so does Mr. Producer, have supportive spouses at home, and Coach Knuckles is the same, and we need to mention that Ashley will be giving birth soon to their 3rd child, and she is going to be doing that here soon. And
so it's Cam Bonderschmidt with the carry.
Bonderschmidt with the carry. He's running well there across the 40. And we want to say to the Knuckles family and Ashley that we appreciate you and allowing us to have your husband every Friday night, but also all through the year. Coach, it's a 12-month job to be a high school coach in any sport.
That's why I got out. I mean, it is. It's tough. It's not an easy business.
And here he is tonight trying to do this, and then his mind is going to quickly shift to welcoming that third child into the world. So thank you again, Ashley Knuckles, and
all the wives, coaches' wives,
all the wives,
all the families,
all the
and
families
kids
that put up with it, and it's
grandmas that help.
Almost a sickness when you're a coach. And that is Trey Adams out there, and he is wrapped up.
Might have been
behind the
Coach,
line.
that might have been Zach Reno.
Was it?
I don't know. Let's see.
I think you're right. It was Zach Reno. My eyes are deceiving me.
That's all right.
Cunningham Optical needs to be a sponsor.
Not a sponsor, but we take them.
I don't even know. Cunningham Optical's open anymore?
I don't know, but I do know that one way you can help us out a lot on the Wes-Del Sports Network is by hitting that subscribe button right now.
Absolutely. Hit it. We got a lot of people viewing that aren't subscribers. We need you to subscribe.
That helps us out. You don't realize that helps us on our end to be able to
give us some monetary
to do some
support
things,
to do some things here.
Get more cameras.
Hand off to, I think that was Brock Nauman.
So Brock picks up about 1.
Well, I think we're going to have to take some chances here. I mean, it's 3rd down and about 13 now, and whether we like it or not, we're going to have to take some chances downfield. There's only 7:40 to go. Clock is turning. Abdullah in the bottom of our screen here. Corbin Price at the top. And, Brock Nauman in the backfield. Triton Blevins, I believe, will be looking to pass on this one, and he is.
Blocked.
He's hit.
That's blocked.
He was crushed on that hit. And he is down. That was number 9 for them. Jacob Klein, who has been doing it offensively, but he also got to the quarterback really quickly. And we'll be kicking this one away.
$7:20 here in the 4th quarter. Right now you're hoping for a turn. You're going for the ball, trying to get a strip, trying to get the ball loose. Oh, that's dropped.
That's dropped. And
let's make something out of this, Corbin.
Maybe. He tried. He got it down a ways, but
they're going to get it now instead at about the 43, 42 maybe. Well, great turnout tonight.
Abby Nash just subscribed.
There you go. Thank you.
He said it in the chat. Thank you, Abby. If you're in there watching,
do it.
Join Abby and subscribe.
I dare you.
Coach dares you. If you didn't know, we are very close, though, to getting some monetary support because of our Wes-Del Sports Network and the amount of viewers we have, subscribers, and the amount of videos that we put on. But we do this, Mr. Producer and Coach and I. Your monetary support helps us to buy the equipment to bring you these games, and we travel on the road to try to bring those Warrior football games and Warrior events into your home. We'll be doing, we're doing volleyball also. We're going to be doing girls and boys basketball. We always try to get in some baseball and softball games, and
it's going, yeah.
And wrestling, we do the Delaware County Wrestling Tournament, and all of that is not supported really by anyone except for our corporate sponsors and viewers like you.
And it's, like we said, it's going to go to upgrading some of the things we have, and we won't spend it on like hot dogs or stuff like that. I mean, we're gonna use it to upgrade our equipment and get more stuff.
If you folks have watched this from the start, and our subscribers, you have seen easily the advancements that having the producer involved was probably our biggest step, is having Mr. Producer full time.
People, I can't tell you how much that's helped my life.
Yes. You're no longer yelled at before games as I'm trying to set up. When I'm hauling equipment all over the place, we show up and Mr. Romine has it all set up for us and ready to go. So if you're sitting there and you haven't hit subscribe,
please do.
Be like Abby and hit the subscribe button. Here's Tri-Central.
Nice
Rincon
hit. Gotta hold him up
outside there before he's finally finished off.
Hit
And
initially by Cam Vanderschmidt.
He was hit hard by Godby and Mealy there. I think they might remember the personal foul. The personal foul taunting to Blevins, and when they saw the opportunity to make the hit, they made the hit. So that's football, folks, like it or not.
You know, one of the things I enjoy as a coach is watching the progression of players as they go through a season. Now we're starting to see more and more of Cam Vanderschmidt on the field.
Well, like a lot of guys ahead of him, a lot of freshmen out here years ago that are now juniors, sophomores, and they are all involved in this. There's another big tackle by several Warriors. It's 52 Du Bois.
Brendan Cohn with the carry there.
And on the bottom is Grayson Mealy coming up. Nauman was involved in that, and Dallas Godby.
You said Dallas's name quite a bit.
And he's getting his helmet.
We're going to be a timeout. I think he has to come out for a play.
I believe that – I thought there was going to be a dance-off. He wanted to raise the roof there for a minute.
He was. I would give him listen, we could get him and Stafford on the 50-yard line and a dance-off.
Absolutely.
I'd go with Stafford.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. And it is a 3rd and 6 situation here. And they look like they moved early.
Oh, yeah, that's coming.
Yeah. If I can see that. Listen.
Stafford versus this ref in the church clap.
Let's set it up. Set it up.
Girls, the cheerleaders just did that while we were talking earlier.
We had that on the screen.
Yeah.
Saw that. I see our corporate sponsors scrolling there in the bottom right-hand side of your screen next to the Wes-Del Sports Network logo. That's Pizza King. Just saw Montgomery Insurance, Young's Abstract, and Title.
Is that hand? Oh, no, fake.
They're going to pass.
Oh, he's got all day, and he cannot get it there because
I think
he couldn't have been more open.
No, and I think he's going to take a shot. There's Campus Rentals. Property Pros was on there. So we thank all of our corporate sponsors. If you have a business or you know someone who has a business,
or you want to start a business,
or you want to start a business, first of all, get that loan started financially at Star Financial Bank with Trent Dowling to get that business off the ground. And as you're hauling your equipment there, call Mike Dowling for your dumpster rentals. And if you're looking for a property to open your business, call the Van Mater Reed Realty team. They'll set you up. But if you want to do some marketing, some good advertising, you can. Ooh, let's see what happens here.
4th down, and that's
picked off. That's Abdullah.
And I don't want to say that because I appreciate that, but he should knock that down.
Yeah.
Because now we get the ball way back there instead of getting it up here on 4th down. And
well, they got to learn. He has in his first year.
Right.
But anyway, as I was saying, I didn't get to finish it. If you do want to advertise your business or someone you know wants to advertise their business for a well worth it fee, give me a call at 358-4006 and ask for the superintendent and let me know what you're thinking and what you'd like to do. Or email me at kmealy, all lowercase, at wes-del.org. Coach Richards looks hot.
Yeah, he's
sweating.
He wanted him to knock that one down, I think.
Yeah, well, we'll hear about it Monday. Coach Richards will.
He'll explain it to him. Like you said, it's only his second game.
5:39 to go, Coach. 26-6, and
Don't score quick.
There was a lot of emotion around this game, and that's tough on the kids and tough on the coaches because you're opening up the new Paul L. Parker Field and the new Warrior Track Facility, and great crowd out here tonight to support our Warriors. But you can see it on their faces. They wanted this one, and it's not going to work out tonight, but unless there's a dramatic comeback in 5:39. But the boys, if they watch this over, they shouldn't be hanging their heads in any way, shape, or form. There's a lot of good things going. We got Greenwood Christian coming in next week, and we just go after it. But I would like to see us put in another score here.
Yeah, I would too. And obviously Greenwood Christian's a new opponent for us on our schedule, so we don't know a lot about them, but we will see them here at home next week, and I'm sure that just like every week, Coach Knuckles and coaching staff will have the game plan ready to go.
Looked at the weather. That's my concern. It's going to be this hot.
Next week?
Yeah.
Oh. No, I have not.
I can do that.
There's a handoff to Brock.
Brock Nallman's got some room. Get to the outside. Brock, there you go. There you go. Good block, and he's
Still
on down
going.
the sideline, and a nice. We got a flag, and I think, are we going to call this one back? The flag.
I don't see where the flag is.
It's back here where Corbin Price was. I didn't see a hold there. I wouldn't think when he got to the outside. Yeah, but Coach Stevens doesn't look like he's thrilled. So, next Friday is going to be 81.
It's not there right now. It feels like it's 91 in this booth.
What'd they call? Holding. Well, call it every time, guys. Call it all you want. You guys get it right.
Going back.
Always get it right. That one might.
10 yards from the foul, so.
So we're yeah.
Still be
We
a little
gained
bit
about
of a pickup.
5 there. Here's the deal. That one they're probably saying impacted the play, so we can't argue that. But I do hate it when they call for either team, if it were be Tri-Central or Wes-Del, the hold that is happening away from the ball.
Yeah.
Just let that go. It's not impacting the play. It's high school football. And there's those people that say, well, you got to call everything. Now, believe me, they try. Brock again. And he picked up another 3 yards there, and I'd say he's marching the ball on down to a first down. Third.
Well, they replayed that down after the penalty, I think, because they're only calling it second down.
Oh, well, that's good for us.
Second and on the 4, yeah. Second, well, I'd call it 3. Second 3.
Second down and 3. Blevins brings him to the line. A little misdirection to Mason Davis, and he is going to be tackled for a loss. That one was sniffed out by Hinkle. Gatlin Hinkle, the senior.
And that's going to take it all the way back. It'll be 3rd and 9 here with 4:19 to go.
I would have liked to see, when you're 3 away or 4 away, I would like to see that maybe go to Brock again for a fullback when he's been picking up that kind of yardage.
Let's see what we do here on this one.
But
we get a timeout, Wes-Del.
Timeout, Wes-Del, and we're going to take a timeout. We'll be back here on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons, like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuff.
And we're back. And the band, you hear them there?
We've got cheerleaders down here are still going at it, still cheering. We had a good crowd show up tonight. A lot of staff, like you mentioned earlier, was here in attendance tonight. We'd love to see that continue all season.
Yeah.
Come on out, support your Warriors. Listen, it can't be this hot again.
I can tell you this much. There won't be much of a post game because I am on fire. It's so hot up here. We might want to chat while the end of the game starts rolling in because I can barely breathe.
There's either a small plane flying in over there or a drone.
That's a drone. That is drone footage by our, again, PCC Sports, our construction or contractor. They wanted to catch some footage.
How about those eyes?
That's impressive. That might not be the drone. Aliens exist now.
I've heard that a few times.
I don't think we want to get into it.
No.
Yeah. So anyway.
I don't want to break out all my planet jokes.
We're going to pass. That one is way out there.
So I'll bring up 4th down.
4th down, we'll see what we do here. I'm assuming we'll kick, although I
At
mean,
this point, you might as well go for it. Try a fake punt or something, see what happens.
I think we just kick it away. I think that's what we're doing.
That's a pretty good kick, and they're going to let it go.
Oh.
Let the clock run. Don't touch. Yeah, we got to grab it.
Down to the 50-yard line. We're going to take a break here on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Well, I'm not going to Kings Island tomorrow, and we're back here.
No, you're going to take care of my dog.
Taking care of Albert.
Yeah.
Albert and I have been known to bond over your vacations where I come down and just hang out. We watch.
I'll make sure the pop is cold for you in the fridge.
Make sure the pop's cold. And just leave the dog treats out. I eat them.
One for you, one for me.
One for you, Albert, and one for me. Yeah, he doesn't let any. Listen, the thing I like about Albert is he's selective. He doesn't let anybody in his inner circle.
No, he doesn't.
You gotta work to get inside his loyalty circle.
When you're over there, do you ever check his DVR?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's another story.
We don't. Coach has got an eclectic TV viewing. That's a handoff. That's number 8. We haven't seen him, and I don't think we've seen him. That's Brody
Arnold.
I believe that's Coach's son.
All right.
I don't know. I'm
guess.
That's a deduction since the head coach is Shane Arnold.
Sophomore.
And one of the assistant coaches is Aiden Arnold. So, I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of Arnolds in Tri-Central area.
Clock's running.
3:10. Oh, make a wish. Eli Watt in there. I see him getting some action. And that is
Grayson Mealy with the tackle.
Yeah.
But after a first down. So on to next week after this game was over. We're going to have to regroup, and we're going to have to figure a few things out at practice, and we'll have to work on some stuff. Get some.
Hey, but I'll tell you this much.
Yeah.
Guess what else they get to do? They get to practice on this field all the time now, and not on that concrete rock we have behind the baseball field.
Yeah,
so
they sure do.
They'll get the rest of the way, they get the full time on the the field of play they'll be on. That one's stopped there
out by Dallas.
Dallas Godby, and finally finished off there.
Luke Powers and a couple other guys jumped in there.
That was Cam Vonderschmidt out there. Some good sportsmanship helping him up. There's Eli. It's good to see Eli out playing football. And again, Vonderschmidt's in there getting some action. A young guy. And again,
these minutes are important.
They just keep.
Don't act like these minutes are important because later in the season you may need somebody. Lessons
to be learned right here all throughout. That's the one thing, Coach, I know you love and I love about sports is Coach Romine did the same thing. And you get a lot of life lessons in sports.
Yep.
There's a couple of missed tackles before he's finally finished off. Initial tackle, Corbin Price had him at the feet, and then Grayson Mealy stops him the rest of the way. So
brings up third down. Third and, I'm going to guess about 5.
1:30 to go. A reminder, MEC Golf tomorrow. We will not be live streaming that one. That's a difficult one. Coach Romine has not quite got that. Don't put it past him. that he won't have a golf cart at some point where we're traveling around.
GoPro on somebody's head.
Yeah, but and miking them up. There's a thought there, but we will not be there at that one. But we wish all the MEC golfers good luck. I'm sure you guys will be doing the next home volleyball match.
Yeah, the next home one is the K. Saunders Classic. And we're on the road for 2, so.
And I assume we'll be running 2 courts on that one.
We will. I'll be there announcing one of the courts, whatever one Wes-Del plays on.
Whatever one Wes-Del's playing on. That's a penalty on Tri-Central for a false start.
But I think the next time you'll see us on the network will be right here for football.
Greenwood Christian, right here. Next week, and we'll be excited to host another home one. We have 4 more home games this season. And then you never know. You hope maybe you get a host in sectional.
I'm going to guess that we will. I don't think it's that random. So I'm not throwing conspiracies out there. I'm just going to guess that we get a home. I'm going to guess we get one.
Just going to guess.
Been doing this for a few years with the
There's
IHSA.
a tackle made there by Grayson Mealy. He was in there on.
That should do it.
That should be the end of the game.
He's looking, are you going to call timeout? And Coach Knuckles says no. So
should let it run down. We're under 20. The play clock's at 25. So that'll be it, folks. So, Coach, final words for tonight. Take it away.
Well, you look at the positives were the first initial drive. We were able to go down and punch it in for a touchdown. And then we got a nice turnover there to end the first half. And then you look and you want to build on that. And then, honestly, the second half just wasn't Wes-Del's tonight. And so what can you do? Well, you go back and look at the first half of what made you successful, and you build on that, and you try to focus on what made you successful. And then what you do is you look at the second half, and you try to figure out where did we not do what we needed to, and what mistakes do we make, and or what things can we do on our end for adjustments and things that can we can make on our end to clean some of that up. So I think that's what Coach Knuckles will look at it. I know they'll spend time looking at film and all that good stuff, but it just comes down to how resilient are you next week. You got to come in and try next week and play a Greenwood Christian that we'll find out about as the week goes, but nobody feels sorry for you. It's time to play football again next week about this time, and we'll just go back to work on Monday.
Well, for the coach, John McLaughlin, I'm the soup. I don't have any more to add to that other than what a fantastic evening to honestly be able to see the new facility and see the progress that we're making at Wes-Del and the level of expectation that we are looking for excellence and that we're moving towards that in all things. Not that we haven't been there so far. We've been there in several different aspects, but we are pushing in all things to provide big opportunities at a small school and expecting excellence in all of those. And tonight, Paul L. Parker Field looks as good as it did the first day it probably opened for all those people, and the refresh of the whole facility is great. What a great facility for our track team. I talked to Coach Lamb, and he is thrilled. It's when you get here, if you've not been out to the facility, give me a call if you want to see it, or just stop by and say, hey, I want to walk out there. It's open most days. And, again, that track, there isn't a better place to walk in northwest Delaware County. So if you want to get some laps in, feel free to come out. But on behalf of the coach and the producer, Andrew Romine, who did such an excellent job tonight, I am the superintendent, Kyle Mealy, signing off this week. It was a tough one for the Warriors, but next week's a new week, and Greenwood Christian comes to town. We'll see you next Friday night here on the Wes-Del Sports Network.